full year, and it's great. I mean, that's good.
Welcome back to the Schlachter Lumber Press Box. Schlachter Lumber, serving the area since 1888. Welcome back to the Schlachter Lumber
Is there
Press
anything
Box.
any better?
Serving
It's
the
you
area
in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000.
Schlachter Lumber in Gettysburg is a proud supporter of Gettysburg and surrounding community sports and activities. Schlachter Lumber has been serving the area since 1888. When it comes to building, come to Schlachter Lumber. They carry Valspar paints, Midland garage doors, Marvin windows, a large variety of Milwaukee tools. Schlachter Lumber services and repairs all kinds of tools and compressors. They're happy to provide you with a free estimate too. Call Schlachter Lumber at 605-765-9417. Proud to be a part of bringing you this game. Schlachter Lumber in Gettysburg.
Hi, this is Kay from Plains Commerce Bank. In Gettysburg, every game is more than just competition. It's community. That's why we're proud to support the Gettysburg Battlers. At Plains Commerce Bank, we believe banking should go beyond dollars and cents. It's about people, relationships, and standing alongside the teams and towns we love. We're honored to be part of the Battler tradition. Plains Commerce Bank, where relationships matter. Member FDIC.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Out here, we learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing.
Which one? That's the one I
CHS and the
want.
farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers are consistent with advantages for every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsm.com.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
Luce, Lucy, and Wreck Funeral Homes are your family-owned businesses ready to help you in your time of need. With businesses in Gettysburg, Fulton, Miller, Highmore, and they service Cheyenne River Reservation. Mandy and Tiffany are there to answer any questions and help you along. Luce, Lucy, and Wreck Funeral Homes proudly support all local sports and activities.
And that's exactly what Kyle Cooper and this Battler team hopes to do tonight. Well, folks, making our way out here into Gettysburg, a short drive compared to how far Stanley County has had to travel this season. Only about an hour up the road.
Best of luck in today's competition to the Potter County Battlers from Black Sheep Agronomy, your local agronomy experts. Black Sheep Agronomy wants you to have a successful farm plan and is focused on products and practices that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their school and extracurricular activities. Good luck, Battlers, from Black Sheep Agronomy. Call 842-6104 for all your agronomy needs.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
5-lane track road.
Futures aren't made by accident. They're dreamt, they're planned, they're discovered. At Northern State University, futures are the result of hard work and commitment. NSU is an academic powerhouse with a spirit of exploration and change, where professors know your name and push you to discover your truth. But don't take our word for it. When you experience Northern, you'll see the difference.
JT's Quick Stop in Gettysburg is your ultimate pit stop for snacking and fueling before hitting the road. We offer mouth-watering hot stuffed pizza, delicious burgers, crispy chicken, savory potatoes, and year-round soft-serve ice cream. Quench your thirst with our diverse beverage selection. As proud sponsors of Gettysburg Battlers athletics and events, we're deeply connected to our community. Stay updated on Facebook for promotions and offerings. Swing by JT's Quick Stop in Gettysburg to make your pit stop unforgettable. We're excited to serve you.
We've got a lot to come in our bank.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Of course, Spencer rags on him the whole time up there that night. So of course, who do I see right away the next morning again in ATs? He said, "Holy smokes, Spencer was on me last night." I said, "Yeah, he was." And he was on you like you owe him.
No worries. Like I said, just whack me.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Core Cares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our community.
Dan Sinclair in Gettysburg is your first stop for food, fuel, snacks, cold beer, wine, and spirits. Our extensive selection of burgers, subs, wraps, burritos, salads, and our famous roasted chicken makes lunch and dinner a breeze. In a hurry? Call ahead, 605-765-2266, and we'll have it ready for you. Stop in and let our friendly staff help you get stocked up for the road trip or the trip to the big game. Stan Sinclair is a proud sponsor of Potter County Battler Athletics and Events.
Hey all family and friends, out watching our Potter County Battlers compete in tonight's game.
All of us at the Hoven Co-op are behind the athletes, giving it all they've got, every play of the game while striving for the win.
We are cheering for your success tonight.
Not only tonight, but in the classroom, on the farm, wherever your life takes you.
Good luck, Battlers, in tonight's game and all season long.
The Hoven Co-op is proud to support our area youth, the future of this community. Best of luck from the Hoven Co-op. Go Battlers!
Loudspeaker out farther, I don't remember blocking me this badly. I think it's a new loudspeaker. It's brand new. Yeah. Because it broke. Because that one game it plumb went out on us. Yeah, I remember that. And I think that's where our 5,000 went. Yeah, we missed you. Well, I missed me too, but I had a wedding to do.
Most people don't think back to the Schlachter Lumber Press Box. Schlachter Lumber, serving the area since 1888.
Well, good evening, everybody. Mike Hobart here in Gettysburg, South Dakota, bringing you Battler football here on Friday night as we get ready to wrap up the regular season. And the Gettysburg Battlers are hosting the visiting Stanley County Buffaloes this evening. Stanley County coming in with 2 wins on the season. Gettysburg still looking for their first one here, a chance to get that on the board. Stanley County 2-5 on the season. And they've been road warriors lately. They've had 4 games in a row on the road. And this is the shortest trip. They've made trips to Gregory, Wall, and Kimball White Lake the last 3 weeks, losing all 3 of those contests, and looking for an opportunity to try to get back into the playoff picture. Stanley County comes in 9AA. They are currently sitting in the 15th position, but they're going to need to get a result tonight and get some help. As I mentioned, the Battlers looking for win number 1 on the season here as they finish up with seniors playing their last game here in Gettysburg. So we'll do recognition for those boys right off the bat here. So seniors this year for the Gettysburg Battlers, you have number 80, Jaron Chase, number 45, Sage Herman, number 37, Joe Stanley. So those guys, again, last game of the season here as we get all set. So let's run through starting lineups for you. We're going to have, we'll do first starting defense for the Stanley County Buffaloes. They're going to start at defensive end, 6'4", 210-pound. Oops, I don't have years here. And so number 5, that's Tegan Breitek. Oh, sorry, there it is, senior. Starting a defensive back, 5'7", 140-pound senior, number 7, Brendan Bothwell. 5'11", 170-pound senior, number 11 at DB, Paxton Deal. 5'10", senior, number 20, 165 pounds. That's senior Landon Bame. He's a linebacker. Another linebacker, 5'7", junior, number 26, Ezra Rutherford. Starting at defensive end, 6'1", sophomore, number 27, that's Jace Hand. Starting at linebacker, 5'8", junior, number 32, Whit Myers. At linebacker, 5'9", senior, number 51, that's Case Kolda. And finally, in the middle on the defensive line at nose tackle, 5'11", freshman, number 72, Seth Cronin. The Buffaloes are coached by Max Foth. Assistant coaches Herman Fennel, Tate Gabriel, and Damon Hofstieser. And starting for the Battlers tonight on offense, starting at a wingback, 5'10", junior, number 5, that's Trayson Ziegler. At the quarterback, 6'2", junior, number 7, Boston Brown. 6 foot junior, starting at guard, number 14, Jensen Zwaber. Starting at tight end, 5'10", sophomore, number 18, Chase Furley. Starting at another tight end, 6'2", sophomore, number 23, Jack Simon. At center, 5'9", junior, number 40, Michael Jager. At fullback, 5'8", junior, number 50, Aiden Forgy. And at guard, 5'11", freshman, number 55, Garrett Roush. And starting at wingback, number 80, that's a 5'6", senior, Jaron Chase. The Battlers are coached by Kyle Kuzer, assisted by Tyler Fisher, Bryce Hall, Colton Hall, Corey Jensen, Keith Scott, and Luke Vogel. And we are about 5 minutes away from kickoff here. Again, beautiful night for middle of October, 65 degrees coming into town tonight, so really a nice night. So looking forward to a good contest here this evening. Some recognition as we get going. They held the region cross-country meet this week, and a good showing for the Battlers as they qualified 6 runners. For the boys, it was Cashton Roush and Tegan Arpan qualifying for the state meet, which is going to be a week from tomorrow, and that's going to be in Huron. For the girls, Paige Allmeyer, Peyton Allmeyer, Rowan Brown, and J.C. Stevens. So congratulations to those runners as they qualify for the state meet in Huron next weekend. Okay, we've got about 4 minutes, and so I think we'll take a break, get a couple ads in here before we are ready for National Anthem. So we'll take a break and be back with you right after this.
Out their furnace until it's not working. But we do. At Pipe Service Experts, we are trained to see what others miss. Airflow restrictions, pressure imbalances, heat exchanger flaws. That's how we catch little issues before they become cold nights and costly repairs. Because keeping your home warm takes more than just a toolbox. Our certified technicians will get your system running at peak condition. Call Pint Service Experts for our special $99 precision tune-up today. Call 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today. This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Protect what
Welcome back to the Schlachter Lumber Press Box. Schlachter Lumber, serving the area since 1888.
Welcome back to Gettysburg. Mike Hobart here, set to bring you Battler football this evening with the Battlers taking on the visiting Stanley County Buffaloes. Just a quick rundown on the season for the Battlers, again looking for their first win. Started the season with a long road trip out to Buffalo to take on the Hardin County Bison Ranchers out there. Dropped that game 44-12. The next week didn't get any easier, headed east to the other end of the state to play Warner in the first of two shutouts there for the Battlers as they fell 41-0 to Warner, and then the following week here for homecoming against Lemon McIntosh. And I know that was a really tough game, again being homecoming, taking the loss, but also losing a couple of seniors in that game to injury with Joe Stanley and Sage Herman. So I know that was a pretty tough night for the Battlers there. The following week, again at home, loss 42-14 to Dupree. The following week, 30-0 down in Oneida against Sully Buttes. And then just a couple weeks ago, a game against Harriet Selby that I know the Battlers had a lead early in that game and played Harriet Selby really tough in the first half and kind of got away from the second half. They lost that game 38-12. Of course, Harriet Selby pulling a big upset last week with a 22-20 win at home against the Sully Buttes Chargers. So Harriet Selby ranked now up to 3 in Class 9B. Sully Buttes down to number 4. And then last week, Battlers making the trip over to Timber Lake to Doug Kraft Field over there and took the loss to the Panthers 46-6. So again, looking for a bright spot here, momentum heading into next season for the Battlers here as they wrap up on their home field. Again, beautiful night here in Gettysburg for football, so we're looking forward to bringing this one to you. We're just about a minute away from the anthem, so we'll be able to bring you that here. Since we have a minute, let's recognize our cheerleaders for the Battlers tonight. We have Emma Bayer, Gabby Gable, Alexis Kellogg, Addison Roseland, and Beth Sire. We see them down below us here getting ready for the pregame festivities. They are coached by Alyssa Roseland. The athletic director for the Battlers is Jessica Larson. As we get set here for tonight's contest. On the other side, cheerleaders for the for the Buffaloes, Remy Badger, Taylor Barda, Zoe Hedman, Courtney Hughes, Keaton Keel, Morgan Luce, Mallory Nolan, Peyton Schilling, and Macy Schmatz. And their cheer coach is Jill Cowe. I don't know if I have that name right, so I apologize if I'm butchering any of those. So we appreciate that. Always good to see the cheerleaders on the field here for these Friday night contests. With that, we are getting set for our starting lineups here. We can hear our PA announcer, Jeff Adele, here in the background. So we're just about ready for action.
And your Gettysburg Battlers!
And again, when we look at the starting lineups for the Battlers, pretty young lineup out there today. Again, just the one senior, Jaron Chase, with the start. Outside of Jaron, you've got a freshman in Roush, a junior in Aiden Forgy, junior Michael Jager, a couple sophomores for the tight ends, Chase Furley and Jack Simon, Jensen Zwaber, a junior, Boston Brown, a junior. So bringing a lot of guys back next year, and that's maybe one of the silver linings of having to play with the injuries to those two seniors is, these guys have been able to get some experience under their belt here these last few weeks and opportunity to prove themselves heading into a new season next year. On the other side for Stanley County, a pretty veteran bunch. Again, they're playing for their playoff lives. They need a result here against Gettysburg tonight, but they also need some help to make sure that they're going to secure their way into the 9AA playoff. I can kind of run down some of the teams at the bottom of that. So right now, Stanley County with their wrong class here, just a second. Stanley County, with their record of 2-5, sit in the 15th spot. They are ahead of Leola Frederick at 3-4, who Stanley County has beaten head-to-head, one of the 2 wins. And then you have Garrettson at 2-5, DeSmet at 2-5, Wabash Summit at 2-5. So depending on the results from those teams, only a couple of those teams are going to get in, depending on the opponents that they're playing tonight. So we'll see if we can maybe keep you updated on a couple of those scores this evening as those games progress.
Ezra Rutherford. At linebacker, number 32, a 5'8", 160-pound junior.
Don't have too much for action going on just yet. Just one score in 9B. It's number 1 ranked Freeman Marion Freeman Academy is taking on, and they are class 9.
5'7", 140-pound senior.
I think they are 9A. They are taking on number 1 and 9, or number 1 ranked 9B Avon, and so Freeman Marion Freeman Academy leads that game 8-0. That's in the first quarter. No other scores for 9B. A few scores in 9A. Alcester Hudson leading Scotland Menno 36-8. Gave a ball over Trick Belmont Armor 28-0. Garrettson, and one of those games that Stanley County is keeping an eye on tonight. Garrettson leading Chester area 28-14. That's in the second quarter. Howard and Viber Curley, no score early, and that's all the action for 9A. 9AA, pretty much the same scores. Alcester Hudson, Scotland Menno, again, we see there, a couple others. And so we'll try to keep you updated on those here as the night progresses.
And now the starting lineup for your Gettysburg Battlers. At center, number 40. A 5'9", 147-pound junior, Michael Gager! At guard, number 14, a 6', 150-pound junior, Jensen Weber! At guard, number 55, a 5'11", 153-pound freshman, Garrett Rowe! At tight end, number 18, a 5'10", 144-pound sophomore, Chase Burley! At tight end, number 23, a 6'2", 195-pound sophomore, Jack Simon! At wingback, number 5, a 5'10", 142-pound junior, Trayson Ziegler! At wingback, number 80, a 5'6", 122-pound senior, Jared Chase! At fullback, number 50, a 5'8", 169-pound junior, Aiden Forgey! At quarterback, number 7, a 6'2", 185-pound junior, Boston Brown! The head coach of the Battlers is Kyle Kuzer, assisted by Tyler Fisher, Bryce Hall, Colton Hall, Corey Jensen, Keith Scott, and Luke Bogle. Your officials for tonight's game are Mark Logan, Steve Rounds, Chad Urig, Matthew Rounds, and Kurt Litow. They are hired by the South Dakota High School Activities Association. Their experience and integrity qualify them to administer the rules of the game. All spectators, players, and coaches, no matter what their personal feelings or loyalties may be, should display respect for them. Our athletic trainer for tonight's game is Casey Michelson. We are excited to partner with Avera to support our athletes. This time, we ask that you would pay honor to America with the singing of the national anthem by Gabby Gable. We remind you the proper respect is to face the flag, stand at attention, remove all head cover, and place your right hand over your heart. Veterans and out-of-uniform military personnel may salute the flag.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we heard at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were
And welcome back to Gettysburg. Nice job by Gabby Gable with our national anthem this evening. And I should mention, if you're tuning in tonight expecting to hear Warren LeBeau, Warren is on a little different assignment tonight. He called me a couple weeks ago and asked if I would fill in for tonight. Warren has taken the opportunity to spend some time with his girls as they attend the Paul McCartney concert over in the Twin Cities. So Warren, we hope you have a great time. We miss you here. Look forward to seeing you again here in the future Battler events. So have a great trip, safe travels, my friend, as we get ready for the opening coin toss here with the captains making their way towards midfield.
Battlers, it's Jack Simon, Boston Brown, and join him is Aiden Forgy as we'll narrate the coin toss for you. Stanley County going to be lined up here on the near side line here tonight. Home side, staying away from all the noise are the Battlers. On the visiting side, good crowd. A couple tailgates going on the opposite side of the track. A perfect night for football as the temperatures continue to drop. The sun going down.
And let's see if we can get, just to run down your captains for you, it's number 11, Paxton Deal, number 5, Tegan Breitag, number 20 is Landon Bame, and number 51 is Case Kolda for Stanley County. Looks like Boston Brown, Jack Simon, Aiden Forgy out there for the Battlers as we sort out how we're going to get this one started here. Again, beautiful night in Gettysburg for the last game of the regular season for our high school football season here in South Dakota.
Telling us one thing and then expecting another. As our official Mark Logan says that Stanley County won it, they're going to be getting the ball.
Stanley County is going to receive the opening kickoff. They win and elect to receive. And we are just about ready for football here in Gettysburg. Again, Gettysburg coming in tonight with a record of 0-7, looking for their first win. And for Stanley County coming in tonight, record of 2-5. As they are fighting for their playoff lives, trying to sneak into the field of 16 for Class 9 AA.
The sun, a little pastel color with some blue fading into a brighter orange as the sun is
as we get set for football here tonight.
Justin Cowart, we got Haley Hansen back in the studio. And sitting next to me is my good buddy Jeff Adele.
Back to receive for the Buffaloes is going to be number 12, the sophomore Jack Deal, and number 7, Brendan Bothwell.
Hyde Stadium, and he is the voice for the Gettysburg Battlers. Stanley County, Brendan Bothwell is back to receive Jack Deal over off to his left. Both of them will stand.
Battlers still to break the huddle. Here they come, and we are just about ready for football.
We are getting set for this final regular season game. Again, Stanley County has to win if they want to keep their postseason hopes alive. Maxwell says his boys feel ready to go. Kicking off, it looks like it'll be Lucas Firsch, a foreign exchange student.
Yeah, number 10, Lucas Firsch, set to kick off for the Battlers here as we get ready to go.
Linebacker here tonight.
Lucas Firsch setting up to kick off for the Battlers.
Jessica Larson, a kid just loves football. Can't get enough of it. Plays some American football overseas. Getting his opportunity to play here. American soil first ready to go.
We get set for the kick.
Ready to return. As he approaches,
Ball is in the air, and we are underway from Gettysburg. That is going to be Bothwell to the right side, now cutting up the middle. Looking for a hole, gets to the outside. He's across the 40 to the 45-50, and is going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Number 14, Jensen Zwaber, finally put him to the ground, but a great kick return to open the game for Stanley County as they find themselves in Battler territory. And they're actually going to mark him out at about the 43, it looks like, so a little bit earlier than it looked. So that'll be where the Buffaloes take over. Again, a game that Stanley County has to have tonight in order for them to make the playoffs. And it's going to be out of the shotgun, looks like. Got the pole in my way here a little bit, so I'll try to work around that.
Even taking one offensive snap, change of plans. Prince to pass,
snap is to Weston Prince. He's going to attempt to pass to the left. That's incomplete. Intended for Landon Bame. That's number 3, Weston Prince at quarterback for the Buffaloes. Kind of forgot we had starting defense. I was wondering why I didn't have a quarterback marked there. Finally figured it out. So Weston Prince, he is a 5'10 senior for Stanley County. So 2nd and 10 now for the Buffaloes. Three-man front for the Battlers. Shotgun, man in motion. That's number 20. That's Bame coming from right to left on the jet sweep, and he's going to be tackled quickly by number 40. That's Michael Jager.
On the tackle was Aiden Forgy.
Tackled by Michael Jager, Aiden Forgy, and others.
Bring up third down and long, not exactly the start.
And Bame is going to lose a yard on that play.
Back-to-back plays.
So that brings up third down and long.
Stanley County's got
Third and 11 here. It is going to be Prince again out of the shotgun.
and Max Foth already using an Integra timeout.
And it's going to be a quick timeout for Stanley County. So we'll take a timeout with them, be back, pick up the action right after this.
With the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, American Family Insurance. Our personalized insurance solutions ensure you're covered, no matter what life throws your way. From home and auto to farm, commercial, and life, we tailor policies to fit your unique needs. With our dedicated team and exceptional service, you'll have peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC.
We have several runners from Gettysburg.
And we're back in Gettysburg. Stanley County with the opening kickoff here tonight. Took the kick all the way into Battler territory, but they've stalled here on the first two downs. They're looking at third and 11 from the 44-yard line. They're going to put two receivers wide to the left. Shotgun is going to be to Prince. He's got a back to his left. Can't quite see the other number there. Here's the snap, passes to the left, and he's got a man there. It's caught by Paxton Deal, and he is going to be tackled there, but the pass is complete down to the 22-yard line. That's about a 22-yard gain. And so nice catch there for Deal. Paxton Deal, the 5'11 senior.
Now looks right, fires to Bothwell, maybe a double pass. Bothwell pulls it.
Quick snap here, and this is going to go to the right, and a quick tackle there for the Battlers, and that's going to be a loss on the play. Bothwell with the reception there. He loses one. That's going to bring up second down. So the Buffaloes going quick after converting on third and long. They find it inside about the 24-yard line for Gettysburg.
Off to his left. Myers.
Prince is going to take the snap, quarterback draw up the middle, gets away from one tackler, and then he's going to be brought down by number 23. That's Jack Simon.
Jack Simon on the stop.
We've got an injury to a Stanley County player.
So Prince is going to gain some of the loss there, so that's going to make it third and about 6, so we'll call it a gain of 5. And we have one of the Stanley County Buffaloes down on the field and getting some attention out there. So we'll take a quick break and come back right after this.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
Welcome back to Gettysburg as we see an injured player for Stanley County. That's number 7, Brendan Bothwell, the 5'7 senior, and he's walking off under his own power, so we hope for the best for Brendan as he makes his way off. It is third down and 6, and almost certainly 4-down territory here for Stanley County, so playbook should be open to him here. It is going to be kind of a pistol formation here. Weston Prince with the back behind him. Prince takes the snap option play. He's going to keep it, run up the middle, and he's going to get close to the first down. Tackle is going to be made there by Zwaber. And they are going to mark him short, so we'll give Prince a gain of about 4 on that play. And so it is a big 4th down earlier in this game, with the Buffaloes trying to convert and keep the drive going. First drive of the game, we are just under 10 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
Just a nasty player. Loves the way that Seth Cronin plays. He says, I just want him to play at 110 miles an hour if he makes it.
It's going to be empty backfield here, as it is going to be Prince to take the snap. Has one receiver to his right, 2 to the left. Spreading them out now, man in motion. That is going to be Bame. And it is going to be Prince up the middle. He's going to get the first down and a little bit extra, so big first down conversion.
But it will move the chains for Stanley County on the quarterback keep.
And so 3 carries.
Ball down to the 11-yard line. The defense that's got 3 down linebackers.
Call it a gain of 8, and that's going to be first down for Stanley County.
Sweeping and stepping up through the A gap, picking up the first down, fresh set of downs.
So the Buffaloes using the quarterback run here. Got some company in the backfield this time. Snap is to Prince. Fakes right, looking left. Hits a wide receiver screen. That's complete to Deal. He gets to the outside, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown for the Buffaloes as they come right off of the conversion, and they're going to score. And that's
And it is 6-0 pending the extra point.
touchdown pass of about 12 yards, looks like, there for Prince. And the touchdown is to Deal.
Both who had to use a timeout less than a minute into the ballgame does get
So that makes the score 6-0 pending the 2-point conversion. Prince out of the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right.
2-point conversion. He's got 3 receivers off to his right.
He takes a snap, quarterback draw, looking for a hole, and he's going to make his way in. Zwaber got a hand on him but couldn't bring him down, so the conversion is good. So with 8:53 to play in the first quarter, your new score is the Stanley County Buffaloes 8, the Gettysburg Battlers 0. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Welcome back to the Schlachter Lumber Press Box. Schlachter Lumber, serving the area since 1888.
And welcome back to Gettysburg. 8:53 to play first quarter. Mike Hobart along with Kylie Saltzman running the computer for us tonight, doing a great job running the camera. And so she's responsible for all the great shots you're getting here on the live stream tonight. We're happy to have you here as we wrap up another season of high school football. The Stanley County Buffaloes out to an early lead on the first drive of the game, and the Battlers awaiting the kickoff to get their first possession of the game. Looks like Jensen Zwaber deep to return for the Battlers, number 24. Nope, not 24. Oh, that's Caldwell. And kick low on the ground. It is going to be picked up by Zwaber about the 25-yard line, looking for a hole middle of the field. Now he kind of trips down. And so that's where the Battlers will take over at about the 36-yard line as they look to try to answer. Again, effective drive for the Buffaloes kind of stalled out a couple times, but they were able to convert on 2. 1 third down, 1 fourth down, long pass plays. Both of those plays going to Paxton Deal, the senior. 22-yard reception from Prince, and then also a 12-yard on the touchdown as they, that was before the touchdown as they converted. So Stanley County out to the early lead.
But you got to tip their cap. They have played some very, very good opponents this season.
And Boston Brown has Jaron Chase in motion. Pass is going to be to the left, and couldn't see who that was intended for. It's going to fall incomplete. Again, kind of an obstructed view right here, so that ball was kind of right in my line of sight, so I couldn't quite see who the intended receiver was, but it does fall incomplete, so that's going to be second down. Battlers coming out throwing.
It's always more fun to watch a left-hander sling the ball around the yard. Hopefully we'll get to see Boston Brown throw it a couple times here tonight. Incomplete on 1st and 10, 2nd and 10 coming up, same.
This time it's going to be Ziegler coming in motion. Again, pass to the left this time. This time it's intended for Jack Simon. Almost intercepted, but it again falls incomplete. So 2 quick passes, 2 incompletions, and just like that, it's 3rd and 10 for Gettysburg as they look to try to pick up at least a first down or 2 here just to keep the ball away from Stanley County, get some field position here. So we'll see what Coach Kuzer has up his sleeve here for 3rd and 10.
They've been undersized all season, but that doesn't take any of the bite out. These guys will block you hard.
Brown again under center.
3rd down and 10.
Wing back to the right, that's Chase. He goes in motion. Pressure coming from the backside, and Brown is going to be hit. Ball is out, and they're going to say that's a live ball. It's going to be recovered, and we'll see.
We'll wait for the signal.
Haven't seen a signal from the official yet.
With the football in his hands, but still no
It was close to
He's going to have a quick chat.
maybe being an incomplete pass, but they're going to say that that ball came out. And they are going to say Stanley County football, as first turnover of the game is going to be Boston Brown. That was number 20, Landon Boehm, the senior, coming on a blitz on the weak side, and Brown just never saw him. Well, he did try to get out of the pocket, but by the time he felt the pressure and tried to run out of there, it was just too late. Boehm caught him, knocks the ball out, and that's going to be a turnover early in the game for the Battlers. And so a good starting field position for Stanley County. They're going to take over 1st and 10 at about the 27-yard line for Gettysburg.
Stanley County picked up a big 4th and 2 on their last drive that led to a touchdown. That was a Weston Prince keeper.
Weston Prince in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. It is going to be Boehm coming in motion. Snap is to Prince. He's looking deep, right side, got a man. That's going to go incomplete. That's intended for number 51, the senior Case Kolda. Incomplete. We do have a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And it appears as if that's going to be on Stanley County. Yep, one of the offensive linemen got downfield a little bit too soon. And so ineligible receiver, an eligible man downfield, and that's going to be a penalty on 1st down.
That's something that Stanley County has liked to do this season. Line Case Kolda up as kind of that pseudo tight end, make him look like a tackle with that number 51 on his chest, and then sneak him out on a seam.
So see if the Battlers can take advantage,
Have some success.
putting the Buffaloes behind the sticks. It is going to be Prince out of the shotgun, 2 receivers in the backfield with him. Snap is to Prince, and he's going to hand it off this time. That's going to be Boehm up the middle, gets to the outside. He's to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touch. Oh, did he get in? Touchdown, Buffaloes. Nice hole up the middle for Boehm as he's able to get through the middle of the field, then bounce it to the outside, and he is able to get in the end zone. That's a 27-yard touchdown run. And that is for Landon Boehm, and that makes our score 14-0, 8:19 to go in the first quarter, as Stanley County lines up for the 2-point conversion. Shotgun snap is to Prince. He feels his way through the middle of the line, and he's not going to find a hole. Jack Simon, number 23, the sophomore, fills it, and so the 2-point try is no good. So with 8:19 to play in the first quarter, your new score, Stanley County 14, Gettysburg 0. We'll take a break and be back right after this.
Welcome back to the Schlachter Lumber Press Box. Schlachter Lumber, serving the area since 1888.
Welcome back to Gettysburg. Mike Hobart bringing you the action here Friday night as the Buffaloes get set to kick off again. They lead 14-0 as long touchdown run, 27-yard touchdown run by Landon Boehm. Second touchdown of the game coming off of the fumble by Gettysburg quarterback Boston Brown. So the Battlers are going to receive the kick and see what they can get going on this second drive of the game. Again, the kick is short, and it's going to be touched there by Chase Furley. He picks it up, gets across midfield, runs over a Buffalo in the middle of the field, gets out close to midfield, now bounces outside 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Battlers. Impressive run by Chase Furley. Great combination of speed, quickness, and power as he ran over a Buffalo right in the middle of the field, just right over the top of him. Extremely impressive run by the 5'10", 144-pound sophomore number 18, Chase Furley. And boy, did the Battlers need that as a response after falling behind early and especially turning it over on their first offensive possession. What a run by Chase Furley. So the Battlers are going to line up for the 2-point conversion as they try to cut the lead in half here.
That was probably about an 80-yard return after
Wingbacks either side, Forgy in the backfield. It's going to be Jaron Chase in motion. Handoff is going to go to Chase left side and can't see. He's going to get pushed back, and they're going to say he did not get in. So the 2-point conversion is no good with 8:04 to play. A lot of scoring here early on. We're not even below the 8-minute mark just yet. Your score is Stanley County 14, Gettysburg 6. We'll take another break and be back right after this.
Farming is more than a livelihood. It's a legacy. Simplot was founded by a hardworking farmer like you over 90 years ago, and we've been growing America's farms for generations. With local crop advisors grounded in your success, Simplot Grower Solutions is in your fields and by your side. We dig in deep to pinpoint what you need, where you need it, when you need it, even when the forecast is unpredictable.
Dakota, welcome back to the Schlachter Lumber Press Box. Schlachter Lumber, serving the area since 1888.
Welcome back to Gettysburg. 8:04 to play first quarter. 14-6 is your score. Stanley County jumped out to a quick 2-score lead, but a response on the kick return. Great run by the sophomore Chase Furley has cut the lead in half. It's 14-6. As the Battlers get set to kick, it's going to be Lucas Fersch again. Back to return is going to be number 12, Jack Deal. And it was Bothwell the first time. To return, I can't quite see the number of the other. I think it's number 11 over there. That's going to be Paxton Deal. Deal has a touchdown as a receiver already in this game. So definitely some explosive players on both sides of the field here early on in Gettysburg. First set to kick. Short kick is going to go to the right side, and it's going to stay in bounds. Whit Myers, the junior, is going to track it down and fall on it. And a really effective kickoff, as that's going to drop Stanley County way back close to the 20-yard line. We'll see where they mark it.
Right at the 20.
And they are going to put it right on the 20-yard line. So
First and 10.
special teams giving the Battlers some momentum here after the kickoff return. Then a wonderful kick by Fersch this time to get them pinned deep. So we got a long field for the Buffaloes here as we pick up play. 8:02 to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's Hunter Stagg, I guess.
Prince is the quarterback. He takes the snap. He hands it off left side. That's Bame. He's going to be drugged down by Forgy. And that's going to get across to the 34.
Forgy in on the stop.
Gain of 7 for Bame on first down. That makes it second and short. Two backs in the backfield with Prince, two receivers to his left. Shotgun. 3-man front for Gettysburg. Number 55 in the middle, there's Garrett Roush trying to get pressure on the quarterback. Here's a snap. Handoff up the middle, that's going to be to Bame again, and he's going to be stopped. 3 Battlers there, that's Forgy and Roush and Furley, and might have been one more in there, so great job by the Battlers getting hats to the football, and that's going to be no gain. So second and short becomes third and short. And see if the Battlers can force a punt here, build on that momentum that they've picked up here in the last few minutes. And we're going to get a whistle. Pre-snap penalty. Looks like it's going to go against Stanley County, so that's going to make it 3rd and 8. False start for Stanley County, and now it's going to be a tougher challenge for the Buffaloes as they try to convert this one. And again, you can feel the momentum starting to shift in favor of the Battlers here after a really quick start and a turnover for the Buffalo defense. Battlers playing good football here in the last few minutes, trying to get back in it and now get the ball back with a chance to take the lead. See if they can get the Buffaloes off the field here on third down. Prince out of the shotgun. Paxton Deal comes. Snap, rolls right, throws back to the left, and that's going to be Kolda. He's going to get to the outside, gets away from one tackler, and is going to be pushed out by Jaron Chase. And that is going to pick up a first down.
Knocked out of bounds by Jaron Chase.
So that's going to be a gain of about 15 for Kolda, his first catch of the game. Third completion for Prince, and the Buffaloes are going to go quick after the conversion. Prince takes the snap, looks right, he's going to throw out there, that's Deal. Has a couple blocks out in front, he gets to the outside, he's across midfield, and he's going to step out of bounds in Battler territory, just in Battler territory, over to the 49.
Run out of bounds across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, if Stanley County wants to keep
First
the
and
offensive
10
rhythm
for
going,
Looks like a gain of about 11 there that time.
involved. It's not too often we've seen both of those guys have equally as big nights.
So another first down conversion for Stanley County.
Over 100 yards, and then Brendan Bothwell returns.
Prince out of the shotgun, back to his left, three receivers, trips to the left.
Prince takes the snap,
Quarterback keeper gets the outside, and he is going to be out of bounds at about the 33, 34-yard line. We'll see where they mark it, but it's going to be another first down for Stanley County, so they're picking up yards in chunks here.
First and 10 for the Buffaloes.
And that looks to be a gain of, again, about 13 yards on the run for Prince. So again, right back up to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun snap is to Prince. He's looking left. He's got time to throw. Now rolls to his right. Fakes. Throws deep here. Right side. He's got a man. And he's got number 12. That's Jack Deal right through his hands. And that would have been a sure touchdown for Stanley County. But Deal just couldn't hold on to it. And the Battlers catch a break. Deal was able to get about 5 yards behind the last defender. And just couldn't reel it in. So we'll see if the Battlers can take advantage of the opportunity. Missed chance for Stanley County. That would have been a 35-yard touchdown pass. Instead, it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Buffaloes. Oh, no flag on the play here, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. Ineligible man downfield again, so it's going to be another 5-yard step off against Stanley County.
First down and 15.
We've talked about with the coaches.
That's been kind of the frustration for Gettysburg early in this game. It seems like once they do get a tackle for a loss or a penalty, get Stanley County behind the sticks, Stanley County has been able to respond with a big play. We'll see if Gettysburg can keep them pushed back here. 1st and 15. Ball's at the 31-yard line, we'll say. 41-yard line, sorry.
Instead of 2nd and 10, it's 1st and 15.
Shotgun snap is to Prince. Hands off. That's Bame to the right side. Now cuts back up the middle. And he's going to be tackled there by Jaron Chase and Aiden Forgy. Oops, excuse me. Forgy, 50, and then Garrett Roush, number 55. Picks up a good chunk on the play. Let's call that a gain of about 10, maybe 9. So a gain of 10 for Bame. He's had some success running the football here in the first quarter. 2nd and 5. Handoff is going to be the Bame coming to the left side, and he has his legs taken out from under him by Forgy. Aggressive tackle there by number 50 for the Battlers, and he's going to bring Bame down short of the line to gain, so that is going to bring up 3rd and short. We'll call that a gain of 4. And certainly 4 down territory here as we drop near the 5-minute mark. 14-6 your score in favor of Stanley County. Some confusion in the backfield. Now we have everything to the right of Prince. Out of the shotgun, he snaps, rolls right. Under pressure, and he gets away from Simon one time, not twice. And the sophomore, Jack Simon, is going to drop him for the first sack of the game for the Battlers, and that's going to be 4th down and long. We'll call it 4th and 9, loss of 8 on the play. And what a play by Jack Simon, getting up the middle, pressure. Prince was able to get away from him once, but Jack stuck with him and is able to get him to the ground. And so that's going to make the 4th down attempt here a little more challenging for the Buffaloes. They come out, shotgun to 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and the Buffaloes are going to call their second time out here to talk about it. And so we'll take a quick break with them, and we'll be back right after this. 4th down for the Buffaloes.
Can transform your space, whether it be a garage, basement, outside patio, or even your living quarters in the house with their concrete coatings. Epoxy Docs has a concrete coating that will fit your needs. Give Dakota Applicators a call at 605-290-0997 or go online to epoxydocsus.com. Dakota Applicators, a proud supporter of Potter County sports and activities.
At Ringneck
Welcome back to the Schlachter Lumber Press Box. Schlachter Lumber, serving the area since 1888.
And welcome back to Gettysburg. Mike Hobart here, bringing you the action in Gettysburg. Good game early on between the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Gettysburg Battlers. 4:14 to play, 14-6 your score. Quick start for Stanley County tonight as they went out to a 14-0 lead on a 12-yard touchdown pass from Prince to Deal, followed by a 27-yard run by Landon Boehm. But the Battlers responded with a long kickoff return touchdown by Chase Furley. So here we have 4th and 9. Stanley County, snap is to Prince, handoff is going to be left. They're going to reverse it back to Deal, and he's looking to throw. Finally does throw back, and this is going to go back to Boehm, and he's got room to the left side. He's going to get down inside the 20-yard line. So some trickeration by Stanley County.
Chase Furley knocks him out of bounds.
Handoff on the sweep. They run the reverse, and Deal stands in the backfield looking for his receiver, and so that is going to be Deal to pass. And picks up, we'll call it about 15 on the play as they're able to convert. So another big play for Stanley County. Now 1st and 10. Prince gets a snap out of the shotgun under pressure. It's Simon first. Gets away from that, but right there to clean it up is number 5 Ziegler, and looks like Jensen Zwaber's in on that one, Aiden Forgy. So just a short gain for Prince on that play.
Brings up 2nd down and 9.
2nd and 9.
Really not letting anybody get away.
3.5 to play here in the first quarter.
On the sideline without his helmet.
So it's going to be Prince out of the shotgun, 2 backs in the backfield with him, 2 receivers to his left. Snap is to Prince, hands it off to Boehm. He's looking for a hole right side, and he's going to get through, get to the outside, and he's going to get in the end zone, but this is going to come back. They're going to get Tegan Breiteg for a hold in the middle of the line, holding Jack Simon. And that's going to be a big penalty again for Stanley County. They've been able to overcome those so far. So Landon Boehm able to get through the hole back to the outside, very similar to the touchdown run he had earlier in the quarter. But they're going to get the 6'4" senior, number 5, Tegan Breiteg, for the hold here. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and about 20.
Turnover on defense, had a couple good offense.
But again, Stanley County's been able to recover from these long down and distances here. It's going to be Prince. 2 receivers to his left. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Boehm. Now looking deep, and that's going to be into the end zone, and that's going to be intended for Colda, and they're going to get pass interference, it looks like, against Potter County. And I can't quite tell. I think that's Chase Furley that was in coverage. Looked like pretty good coverage, but they said there was enough contact to draw the flag. It is going to be pass interference against Gettysburg, so that is going to move the sticks. So a big call there is going to give Stanley County a 1st down. Again, good coverage that time for Furley. A little earlier this drive, there was a play where the receiver was about 5 yards behind the defender, so maybe a little bit too close this time. Actually, it's not a 1st down. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 2 or 3. And the handoff is going to go to Boehm right side. He has a hole up the middle, and he's going to get down inside the 5. Ball comes out, but they're going to signal touchdown. So that is going to be we'll call that about a 12, 13-yard touchdown run for Landon Boehm, his second of the first quarter. And that one just straight up the middle. And that will give Stanley County a two-possession lead, two-possession lead again. That makes it 20-6.
Ruled touchdown.
And the call, some discussion among the officials, but they are going to determine touchdown for Stanley County. It was close. As Boehm was heading to the ground, he was near the goal line, but the official on the far side did indicate touchdown, and they've decided to uphold that. So here's a two-point try. Prince out of the shotgun, rolls right. Has a receiver coming back across the middle, and that's going to be Paxton Deal, but Prince's throw is behind him, so the two-point conversion again is incomplete. They've only converted 1 of 3 so far. So a 2:43 to play first quarter. Your new score, Stanley County 20, the Gettysburg Battlers 6. We'll take a break and be right back.
Their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
I love this. Welcome back to the Schlachter Lumber Press Box. Schlachter Lumber, serving the area since 1888. Welcome back to the
Welcome back to Gettysburg. Mike Hobart here, bringing you the action here, and there's been a lot of it in the first quarter. If you're looking at the clock, yes, it is 7:45, and we still have almost 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. As we get set for another Stanley County kickoff here, as Landon Boehm just completed his second touchdown run of the first quarter, throwing a 12-yard touchdown pass from Prince to Deal early in the quarter, and those are 3 touchdowns. The Battlers were able to respond with a long kickoff return touchdown by Chase Furley, but Gettysburg is going to have to respond again. Caldwell set to kick. Jensen Zwaber deep. And the kicks have been along the ground so far. This one is as well. That's going to be picked up by an up man on the left side, just across the 35-yard line. That's going to be number 80. That's Jaron Chase. So good starting field position again for Gettysburg. They haven't really had an opportunity to run a whole lot of offense today. Their one possession that they have had, they essentially went 3 and out, fumbled it on 4th down, turned it over to Stanley County, and then the next possession was a kickoff return for a touchdown. And so they've not had any possessions other than those 2. So the Buffaloes definitely dominating time of possession here in the first quarter.
Start with the ball on the left hash. They go back to this two-wing set with a single setback. Austin Brown going to go in.
Two-wing formation again for Potter County. Forgy the deep man. Ziegler goes out to the left. Handoff is up the middle, and that's not going to go anywhere. I couldn't even see who got the handoff for sure. Somebody from the outside. And that's going to be Forgy, so it was Forgy on the carry, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. And a Buffalo slow to get up down there. That's going to be Breitag, who is in on the tackle. Number 72, Seth Cronin, in on the play there as well. So 2nd and long. Loss of 2 on the play for Forgy. Quick pass here to the right side. That's going to go out to Trayson Ziegler, and that's going to get him back across the original line of scrimmage. Give him 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 3rd and long. And again, big possession here. This is probably punting territory if they don't convert in their own half of the field. So if nothing else, just to keep the ball away from Stanley County, as we still have 1.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Brown is going to be out of the shotgun this time. He's got Forgy to his right. 3 receivers kind of in the slot to the left. Handoff is going to go left to Forgy. He's got those blockers out there. He's across the 40-yard line, but he's going to be well short of the first down.
About 6 to the 41.
So that'll be a gain of about 5 yards there for Forgy, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So Gettysburg is going to be in punt formation. Number 12, Jack Deal, is back to return for the Buffaloes. Number 18, Chase Furley, is set to punt for the Battlers, and Furley is an athlete, so high snap. He's going to run it to the right side. He's got a blocker out there. That's Weber. He gets across midfield. He's got the first down to the 45-yard line and lays a hit on number 20. That's Landon Bame. And Bame's been scoring the touchdowns here, but trying to make the tackle on Furley. And boy, Chase Furley really making plays here for Gettysburg in the first half. And he's able to pick up, looks like about 20 yards. And that's twice now we've seen Furley lower the boom on one of the Buffalo defenders trying to make a tackle. So not an easy guy to bring down, as we are down close to the end of the first quarter, and that is going to be the end of the first quarter. Oh, no, we're going to get a penalty first. And it looks like they're going to call offside. The Buffaloes are clapping. They're going to say offside on Gettysburg.
We've seen that a little bit when the offensive line either lines up in the backfield or a little bit past the line of
And so I'm not sure if that is the end of the first quarter or not. The Battlers are headed to the sideline, as are the Buffaloes, so that will be the end of the first quarter. So they'll put the Battlers right back at midfield, 1st and 15. So after one period of play, it is the Stanley County Buffaloes 20, the Gettysburg Battlers 6. We'll take a break and be back right after this.
Welcoming and knowing who you are, you know that you can walk in anywhere and be greeted, and people want to have conversation with you.
Shopping with us locally and filling your prescriptions here at Vilas is a huge benefit to our healthcare system, keeps our revenue local. It's just a great benefit to our entire community.
We have drop-off points in Oneida, Selby, and Tobin. Customers can call their refills in, and we get their prescriptions ready, and then we send them out to the dinner.
Ready to thrive in South Dakota's farm country? Turn to Red River Grain Hefty Seed Company in Gettysburg, your agricultural hub at the heart of it all. You can rely on Eric, Kyle, or Colby for all your chemical, seed, and fertilizer solutions. They are your ultimate source for Hefty, DeKalb, and Asgrow varieties, tailored to maximize your crop yields. Join the winning team and cheer on the Battlers with Red River Grain Hefty Seed Company. Call 765-2640 and let's cultivate success together. Welcome back to the Schlachter Lumber Press Box. Schlachter Lumber, serving the area since 1888.
Welcome back to Gettysburg. Mike Hobart bringing you the game here tonight. Stanley County against Gettysburg. Kylie Saltzman running the computer and the camera for us, doing a great job as we get ready to start quarter number 2. And boy, quarter number 1, a lot of action and a lot of scoring. We had 2 touchdown runs in the first quarter for Landon Bame, one of 27 yards, one of 13. 1 touchdown pass by Weston Prince. That went to Paxton Deal for 12 yards. And for Potter County, their offense has come mostly from Chase Furley, a kickoff return and then a long play, also on special teams on a fake punt or kind of a botched snap. And here's another high snap as Boston Brown catches it, throws down the middle of the field. That's intended for Furley into double coverage. And Paxton Deal maybe had a chance to make a play on that ball, but wasn't able to do it. So that brings up 2nd and 15 after the penalty right at the end of the first quarter.
Some good coverage on the back end, over top by Stanley County.
So the Battlers break the huddle. 2nd and 15, ball's right at midfield. Brown is going to be out of the shotgun. Forgy's to his left, 3 receivers to his right. Brown takes the snap, looking left, intended for Jack Simon. That's going to be short. Brown under pressure again. Whit Myers, the junior, the linebacker, out there in coverage on the tight end, Simon, and that brings up 3rd and long. So that's 3rd down and 15.
If you don't pick up the 3rd down, it does bring up 4th down again. You might see him try.
So we'll see what Coach Kuzer has up his sleeve here, trying to pick this up again. A 14-point lead for Stanley County early here in the second quarter.
Success on 4th down here
We'll get you updated on some scores here at the next break. Battlers come to the line. It's Brown out of the shotgun. One receiver to his right, one to the left. Forgey's in the backfield with him. Snap is good, pressure coming. Throws back to the left, and again, that's through the hands of a defender. That's Weston Prince, as another one that could have been intercepted, and there was a lot of green grass in front of him if it was. So that brings up 4th and long. Last time the Battlers faced 4th down, they showed punt, and it was a high snap to Furley, and I don't know if it was intended to be a run or if he just decided to run after the high snap, but he was able to gain 15 yards and convert on 4th and long. And we'll see if they're a little more vigilant of Furley here and make sure the ball gets away. He does catch it, quick punt, nice punt, good hang time, and that's going to be fair caught at the 20-yard line. And that's Jack Deal to make the signal there. So we'll keep it here, 11:42 to go, update you on some scores. If you're watching Battler football tonight at the expense of the Major League playoffs, just an update there. We have the Blue Jays and Mariners in the American League Championship Series. It is 2-2 in the bottom of the 8th inning. And then in the NLCS, the Dodgers and Brewers. Dodgers up 1-0 in the bottom of the 1st as they try to close out that series. I'll get you some other scores in 9B as the games are underway. Faulkton area 28-0 lead there in Northwestern tonight. Kadoka area over Jones County 14-0. Silly Buttes big lead in the first half 38-0. They're playing Sunshine Bible Academy. We'll get you a few more here. As it is going to be Stanley County with the ball right at the 20-yard line. Deal goes in motion. Prince in the shotgun. And that's going to be a false start. Looks like a false start. Coldo is the one that stood out of his stance. We'll see if that is the penalty or if he was drawn off. Buffaloes are clapping their hands, so tend to believe that this is going to go against Gettysburg.
Having a long chat with this one. Taking a couple active timeouts. We'll also remind you that acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local
Officials still sorting this one out.
Breaking out of the huddle. Mark Logan is going to tell Michael Jager.
Pat on the shoulder for Michael Jager.
So it will. Well, wait a minute. He pointed at his head like it was.
I wonder if that's a delay of game, maybe a disconcerting signal. If that's what they're saying. So regardless, it is going to be a penalty against Gettysburg. And so that'll make it 1st and 5. Prince out of the shotgun. Deal to his left. Little option play, pitches it to Boehm. Zwaber up there to make the tackle. And that's going to be a gain of about 5 on the play. Jensen Zwaber, Michael Jager in on the tackle.
Michael Jager and Jensen Zwaber. Ball spotted just outside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes.
1st and 10 as they do pick up the conversion. Under 11.5 to play, 20-6 your score in favor of the Buffaloes. One receiver to the right, 3 to his left this time. 3-man front for Gettysburg. Prince gets the shotgun snap. He's looking to his right, throwing into one-on-one coverage, and that ball is going to be well out of bounds. Really the first ball we've seen from Princeton tonight that was not thrown well. Receiver didn't have a chance on that one. Intended for number 11, Deal, and that was Chase Furley in on coverage. So the clock stops at 11:06, 2nd down and 10. Shotgun is to Prince. Handoff up the middle, that goes to Boehm. He's got a hole there, but it closes quickly. 3-4 Battlers in on that one. I see Ziegler and number 16. That is Tyson Falkenhagen into the game here. He's in on that tackle. So that brings up 3rd and 5. See if the Battlers have an opportunity to get Stanley County off the field here, get the ball back again. Time of possession very much in favor of Stanley County so far in the first half. They've scored 3 times, and they've not been, with the exception of one, have not been a quick score offense. They've been able to move the ball down the field. Snap is to Prince. He throws left, but the receiver is going to slip down. The catch is made. That's out there to Paxton Deal, but he's going to lose 5 yards on the play, so that brings up 4th and long, and that looks like it's probably going to be the first punt of the night for the Buffaloes.
Brings up 4th down and 9.
Max Both has drawn up some starts. They've paid off. He's talked to us before games.
Paxton Deal in punt formation for the Buffaloes.
And they are set to punt. It's number 21, Easton Roush, back to return for Gettysburg. Low snap. Deal's punt is away. Good punt, and they're just going to let it roll. Does take a Gettysburg bounce, and it's going to be touched at about the 33, 34-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. It will be the 33-yard line. And we'll see if we can get you a couple more scores here while we have a quick break. Number 2, Del Rapids St. Mary, early lead over Sioux Falls Lutheran, 6-0. That's in Class 9B. Lemon McIntosh, 20-0 as they lead in Faith tonight. Hitchcock Tulare trailing Arlington 14-8. Again, 9B scores. We'll get you some more 9A scores here. Wall 55-0 over Lyman as Gettysburg gets set to take the snap. Boston Brown out of the shotgun. Brings Chase in motion from the left. Hands off on the sweep, and he's not going to get out of the backfield. Breitag is going to drag him to the ground and just never really had an opening there. And that's going to be a loss of at least 5. I think it's maybe a little more than 5.
Second down and 15.
We'll call it 2nd and 15.
Started in Hill City. He made that Rangers quarterback's night a long one. Certainly sent him home with some bumps.
So minus 5 on the play there for Jaron Chase. Brings up 2nd and long for Gettysburg. Battlers break the huddle. Easton Roush comes to the left. Brown out of the shotgun. Forgey's to his left. Ziegler's going to come in motion. Handoff up the middle. It's going to go to Forgey. He's got a hole there, and he gets a short gain. Looked like there might have been one of the Buffaloes with a hand on the face mask, but if it was, didn't draw a flag. And so that's going to get the ball back to the 30-yard line. That'll be a 2-yard gain for Forgey. 7 yards rushing so far in the game for Forgey. It's been pretty tough sledding on the offensive side of the ball for Gettysburg. Again, their big plays coming on special teams so far tonight. 3rd and long, Brown out of the shotgun. Moves Forgey to his left side. Jaron Chase in motion. Snap to Brown, looking across the middle, and that's going to be complete to Furley, and he gets across the 35 near the 40-yard line, but he's going to be brought down short of the marker, and we'll see what Coach Kuzer decides to do here.
Is positive yardage. It does set up on 4th and 6.
We'll call that a gain of 7. Just the 2nd completion on the night for Brown.
7-yard line again. They've got to get to about the 44.
And looks like Coach Kuzer is going to take a timeout, his first of the first half. So with 7:26 to play, we'll take a break and be back right after this.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Welcome back to Gettysburg. Mike Hobart with you. And it's a big 4th down for the Battlers with 7:26 to play in the second quarter as they try to keep possession, get the ball moving, and try to cut into this 14-point Stanley County lead. Again, Stanley County has to win tonight in order to make their way into the 9AA playoffs. And so a lot riding on the line for the Buffaloes. Gettysburg looking to play spoiler tonight. And it is going to be 4th down and about 5 yards.
Welcome back to the ball game. 4th and 5 upcoming here for Gettysburg.
And
7:26 remaining. And the punting unit has come out onto the field after the
Battlers do show punt here, and so it is going to be Furley deep again. He's converted one already, and he is going to boot this one away. Short punt this time on the right side, takes a Gettysburg bounce, and it's going to roll out at about the 35-yard line. So again, pretty well done by Furley as he's able to flip the field and make the field a little bit longer for Stanley County. Your score 20-6 in favor of the Buffalo. 7:15 to play second quarter. Again, been a pretty slow-moving game. A lot of scoring, a lot of penalties, incomplete passes. So the clock has been stationary for a good part of the first half here, but fans don't seem to mind too much. Really nice night for this part of October. Enjoying Friday Night Lights again one last time here for the fall of 2025 as we wrap up another season. Here's Prince with the snap. Shotgun, handoff to the right side. That's Bame. He gets the outside 45 down to the 40-yard line, and he's going to be drugged down there. Roush and Jensen's Weber in on the tackle, but that's going to be a long gain down to about the 40-yard line.
Now they do move it inside the 40 to the 39.
That's a 25-yard run for Bame. Prince out of the shotgun, 2 backs in the backfield with him, 2 receivers to the right. They check the play.
Prince looks down at the play band. Gonna switch it up here at the line.
He takes the snap, rolls to his right, has some time, passes deep down the right side. Good coverage there by Furley. That pass is intended for number 4. That's Joe Malm, a 6-foot junior. First time we've said his name tonight. So really good coverage that time by Furley. Again, maybe just get the head around a little bit quicker, maybe have a chance to make a play on that.
A lot from Max Foth last year, bringing guys off that special teams unit who had played well the week before. Just looking for tough guys.
So that's going to be 2nd down and 10. Clock stops right at 7 minutes. Prince out of the shotgun, 1 receiver to his left. That's Deal, 2 to his right. And he takes a snap, sweep is to the left. That's to Bame. He has a hole, and he's going to be drugged down by Forgy, and that might have been a touchdown-saving tackle. We do have a flag in the backfield, though, kind of a late one, and that's one I'm thinking is going to go against the Buffaloes. Now it's thrown again for good measure. Maybe, I don't know if he thought maybe nobody saw it the first time. There's a flag on the far side of the field, too. So this is going to be a personal foul. Oh, it's a hold. Okay, I thought it was a personal foul. Couldn't see the motion there. So it is going to be a hold. And I did see one of the Battler linemen on the ground. It looked like it was Brown. Number 5, that was Trayson Ziegler. And but yeah, pretty late flag, and then he threw it again. So I thought maybe we had multiple fouls on the play, plus there was a flag on the far side of the field. But the Battlers will take it, as that'll back Stanley County up after a good gain on 1st down. So that'll make it 2nd and about 14 for Stanley County. Prince, as he has been all night, out of the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right this time. Battlers show pressure. Forgy sneaks up to the line. Shotgun snap, rolls to the right, and we're going to have another flag. And boy, a lot of penalties here in this first half. This is another pre-snap penalty, false start. A vast majority of the penalties have been against Stanley County tonight. And so that is going to make it 2nd down and just shy of 20 yards now, so they're back all the way near midfield. Again, 20-6 your score in favor of Stanley County.
There's like 22 flags, 240 some yards. Gotta stop paying.
So it is going to be a shotgun snap is to Prince. He's going to look to the right, has a man, but I don't know if he sees him. Now he's going to run up the middle. He has some room. Another flag on the play, and this one's going to come back again. So Prince finds a hole up the middle, but this is going to be holding again on Stanley County. So penalties on 3 straight plays. This time it was Michael Jagger was held in the backfield. I couldn't see who drug him to the ground, but again, 3 straight penalties for a total of 25 yards. And so that is now 25 yards worth of penalties here on the last 3 plays for Stanley County, and they're way back at their own 40-yard line. It is still second down. So 3 receivers to the right, snap is to Prince. Pressure again, the Battlers have been able to get into the backfield, and Prince is going to get away, and he's going to get out of bounds, hurdles the bench safely as Jagger a little slow to get up in the backfield. So it's going to be a gain of about 4 yards.
Brings up third down and 26.
For Prince, and so 3rd and very long.
Ball be moved over to the right hash.
Looks like everybody was okay after that play. Again, those runs to the sideline, especially into the bench area, always a little bit uncertain as players try to navigate without running into anyone or anything, but Prince was able to do it successfully. Jagger was a little slow to get up. I can't quite see if he's still out there. I think he's still out there. So Bames in motion, handoff, fake to him. It's going to be Prince up the middle, and he's got some room, and he's all the way across the 40-yard line down to about the 36-yard line. Still not a first down, but much more manageable.
Inside the 40-yard line to the 36.
And so that is a gain of near 20 yards.
That will bring up fourth down and 7.
So a big gain by Prince on the play, and that's going to bring up 4th down and manageable here. Looks like about 4th and let's call it 8 from about the 36-yard line for Gettysburg. Shotgun snap is to Prince. Pass is going to be back to his left, and he's got a man there, Colda, and he's going to have the first down to the left side, gets down the sideline, and finally pushed out of bounds by Forgy. And so after facing second down and 30-plus yards, the Stanley County Buffaloes on a couple of big plays are able to pick it up.
15-yard line. First and 10 for the Buffaloes.
We'll call that a gain of 20 on the play. Second reception of the first half for Colda. He's got 35 yards. Now 1st and 10, the Buffaloes threatening again. Snap is to Prince. He rolls to his right. Throw is going to be short. Furley dives to try to make the interception, but that's going to fall incomplete. Second down. 2nd and 10, the ball. Can't quite see the yard line. Must be about the 17-yard line. As we go under 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter, your score 20-6 right now in favor of the Buffaloes. Battlers trying to keep it right there. Shotgun formation, snap is to Prince. He's going to hand it off right side to Bame, pressured there by Jack Simon, but he gets away, still making his way through Battler defenders, and he's inside the 10, but he's going to be tackled there. And he is going to be short of the first down, so a lot of running, but he only gained about 7 yards.
Brings up third down and 4.
Jack Simon had a chance to make a play in the backfield, got a hand on him, just couldn't get him to the ground.
Tough guy to bring down, and he proved it right there.
So it is going to be 3rd down and about 4, just inside the 10-yard line.
Mark him just inside the 10, 3rd down and 4.
Prince again in the shotgun, running back to his left is Bame. Ball's on the ground. Prince is going to run it this time. He's got Battlers in front of him, and they're able to make the tackle, but it's inside the 5 as Prince is able to pick up the first down. Flag is on the play.
Gumption from our side official. Certainly didn't like what he saw, and we've got a personal foul against the Battlers.
Personal foul on the Battlers.
So the call is a personal foul against Gettysburg. I couldn't see who it was against. Down in this area of the field, it's going to be half the distance to the goal. So that's going to move it from the 3.5 or down to about the 1 yard line here. So it's going to be right on the doorstep.
It's often what they do on 2-point conversions. Ball on the right hash. He's going to line up with.
So now 1st and goal for Stanley County. Prince out of the shotgun. He gets the snap, rolling to his left. Now he's looking to throw. Back of the end zone, it's going to be through the hands of Paxton D. A little bit too much on that one, but had to get it through the defender, so it's incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and goal. Prince comes to the sideline to get the next play.
What he wanted to do there on offense, wanted to let Prince throw it just a little bit, but now I think if you're Foth, you go back to the ground game. Bame has run for positive yards almost every time he's touched the football.
So a big spot in the game here. A score would be the 4th of the first half for Stanley County.
Those are 2 guys I'd want to run behind. They go back to the shotgun.
So really big opportunity here for Gettysburg. Try to keep him out. The snap is to Prince. He goes right up the middle, and he's going to go in untouched this time. So that is going to be a 2-yard touchdown run.
Flag on the play.
Oh, another flag on the play. And we'll see what this call is.
Between these 2 close opponents. We've got a holding against Stanley County.
Now it's going to be a holding penalty against the Buffaloes again. That's their 3rd holding penalty this possession. They've, and to the Buffaloes' credit, they've been able to overcome these penalties for the most part, but they're certainly making it pretty hard on themselves. And so after the short touchdown run, this is going to bring up 2nd down, and that's going to bring it back outside the 10-yard line. Call it the 10.5. And so now a little bit more room to breathe if you're the Battler defense. Official timeout on the field now as they come together to discuss. I don't know if we're talking about the spot maybe. Whatever it is seems to be resolved, and we're ready to play. And if you're just tuning in, yes, we are still in the first half. 3.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. A lot of stoppages. And this stoppage is going to be a timeout for Gettysburg. Coach Kuzer takes his 2nd timeout of the half. We'll take a timeout with him and be back with you right after this.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports and activities.
Welcome back to the Schlachter Lumber Press Box. Schlachter Lumber, serving the area since 1888.
Welcome back to Gettysburg. 3:31 to play, second quarter. 20-6 your score. Gettysburg trailing Stanley County, and the Buffaloes are on the doorstep again. They scored a couple plays ago, but that was nullified on what I believe is the 5th penalty of the drive on Stanley County. Throw in one for Gettysburg for good measure, and the referees have been busy. So it is 2nd and goal from outside the 10. Motion all over the place as the receivers decide to trade places. Snap is to Prince, throw across the middle of the field, and that is going to be Kolda. 10-yard touchdown pass is to Kolda from Prince. Second touchdown pass of the game for Prince, the senior, and that is the 3rd reception of the first half for Kolda, his first touchdown. And that is going to bring our score 26-6, 3.5 to play here in the second quarter. Buffaloes line up for the 2-point conversion. Prince out of the shotgun again, 2 receivers to his right. He takes the snap, looking for a hole up the middle, and he slows down as he hit the hole, and they're going to take advantage of that to drag him to the ground. And again, the 2-point try is no good, so the Buffaloes have scored 4 times tonight, but only converted 1 2-point conversion. So with 3:27 to play, it is 26-6 now in favor of Stanley County. We'll keep it here, see if we can bring you some updates on a couple scores in our area. For other 9A scores, it is Wall over Lyman, number 1 Wall for number 1 seeded 9A. They lead 55-0. Number 4, Alcester Hudson has defeated Scotland Menno. That score 64-16. Chester area in a game that is pretty important for Stanley County tonight. Garrettson, one of the teams competing with the Buffaloes for playoff position. Garrettson ahead by 20 points there in the fourth quarter in Chester. DeSmet 22-0 over Esteline Hendricks. A little bit closer to home. 2 opponents for Gettysburg this year. It's Dupree hosting Timberlake tonight, and Dupree up 32-0 in that game. Lemon McIntosh 26-0. They lead in Faith. Warner 6-0 lead at halftime. Low scoring game there against Leola Frederick. So Ipswich number 5 9A. They lead North Central 30-12. Okay, so we'll keep you updated on some of those scores. 3.5 to play. It is going to be Caldwell to kick off for the Buffaloes. Jensen Zwaber to return. This one is going to get back to him. On the hop, it's going to be picked up by Zwaber about the 30-yard line, looking for a hole. He's across the 40, dragging a tackler across to about the 42-yard line. There he's going to be pushed back, so Gettysburg's going to take over. Good starting field position. We'll see if they can dent the scoreboard here a little bit before halftime and try to cut into this Buffalo lead. The Buffaloes lead by 20 points, 26-6. And again, if you are just joining us, the time of possession very lopsided in favor of Stanley County. The one score of the game for Gettysburg so far was on a kickoff return. Very impressive run by Chase Furley, but they haven't been able to get it going on the offensive side of the ball. Trips to the left, Boston Brown out of the shotgun. High snap. Pass is to Jaron Chase. Almost dropped it, but I believe they said he did make the catch. So good concentration there by Jaron. Unfortunately, he's not able to gain any yards on the play. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Young team for Gettysburg. I know it's been a tough season, but some good young talent coming up through the ranks.
The ball clear on the left hash. Boston Brown again out of the shotgun. He's got Forgy to his left as we take down close to the 2.5-minute mark. Brown gets the snap, throws right. That's going to be caught by Ziegler. Gets away from one defender, and he's going to be down to about the 44-yard line. So gain of about 3 on the play. Second catch of the first half for Trayson Ziegler. He has 2 catches for 6 yards. 3rd down, clock ticking down as we near the end of the first half. Trips to the left. Forgy's in the backfield with Boston Brown. He's looking for the shotgun snap, but we're going to get another penalty. And again, this is going to be, look like it's going to be on the Buffaloes again. So the Buffaloes really making life more difficult with all these penalties, and especially here in the second quarter. So that's going to be an offside call against Stanley County, 5 yards in favor of the Battlers. That makes it 3rd and manageable here right around midfield. Put it at the 49-yard line. Shotgun snap is to Brown. Rolls to his left. Left-handed throw is caught by Ziegler, and that's going to be a 1st down. Down to about the 43. That's going to be an 8-yard gain and a 1st down for Gettysburg.
Fires in on the stop when he gets it inside the 45-yard line to the 43, and that's a backer. 1st down.
So nice throw by Brown, and Ziegler does the rest, picks up the 1st down. Clock down to about 1:40, so Coach Kuzer got to be conscious of that here as the Battlers try to put some points on the board before the half.
Stays composed, finds his man, and moves the chains. 1st down and 10 from the Stanley.
Boston takes the snap, rolls to his right. And this pass is going to be downfield, intended for Simon, and he had some space there, but it falls in front of him, so that's going to be incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
That is a tough throw to make. We've got another penalty.
Oh, and there's another flag here. This one's going to go against Gettysburg.
Not an easy throw for
And I didn't see the signal. I'm assuming it's probably a hold. Oh, now they are walking it off again, so maybe roughing the passer.
Penalty called against the Buffalo.
They must have pointed the wrong way.
And Yeah, that's clear down inside the 30-yard line. So my best guess is that's a personal foul, roughing the passer, some sort of personal foul. So that's going to be another first down for Gettysburg. 1:13 to play. First half, snap is to Brown. He throws right to Ziegler, and he's going to be stopped there by Kolda. Spins him around, drops him to the ground, and Battler's going to have to hurry here. And they are going to use a timeout. That's the last timeout for Coach Kuzer here in the first half. And we'll stay with you here. 58 seconds to play in the first half. The Battlers trying to cut into this 20-point Stanley County lead before halftime. And this is the best offensive possession of the first half for Gettysburg. Boston Brown has been able to complete a few passes here. He's completed 4 passes now in the first half, none of them for more than 8 yards, but they're chipping away. The benefit of a couple of penalties here have helped to move the ball down inside the 30-yard line, so an opportunity to get some points on the board before half. And again, good experience for these players. Just one senior out there for Gettysburg tonight as the final game of the season, as Jaron Chase out there playing his last game, and he's played well tonight, been in on a few plays. Of course, injuries to a couple of other seniors, Joe Stanley and Sage Herman, so unfortunately they're not out there this evening. Everybody knows how much they would sure like to be, but unfortunately not the case, so that's an opportunity for some of the younger players, the juniors, the sophomores, some of the freshmen, to get some game experience in positions like this, and especially something like a 2-minute drill, an opportunity to march down the field and hopefully get some points for Gettysburg. It is going to be Brown out of the shotgun, 58 seconds to play. The Gettysburg's out of timeouts. Shotgun snap. Passes down the right side. He's got Simon, but that ball's going to carry too far to the outside, and it's incomplete. That ball landed out of bounds. And that is going to bring up 3rd and long.
Not much time ticking off the clock there. 53
Third
seconds
down,
to go.
13.
Ziegler lost 3 yards on first down.
Battlers have to get to the Stanley County.
So the ball now sits at Stanley County's 30-yard line.
Move the chains. It currently sits at the 30. So
Battlers break the huddle.
let you know it's a 3rd down and 11.
Forgy again in the backfield with Brown. Trips to the right.
Off to his right is 8-4.
And we're going to get another penalty. That is Jensen's waiver. Looks like he was the guilty party as he jumped early, so that's going to be a 5-yard false start penalty, and that's going to make it 3rd and about 19. So a really tough penalty there with Gettysburg trying to get some points on the board. Here's a shotgun snap to Brown. Throw is going to be to the right. This one's going to be intercepted by Paxton Deal, and he's got room ahead of him. He's to the right side, 45. Flag is down. 40, 35, 30. Cuts it back across the middle of the field, and he is going to... No, they're going to blow it dead.
He's clapping his hands. But they whistled the play dead because of the injury. Seemingly, Stanley County can't believe it.
Some guys kind of fighting out there.
So the officials blew the play dead, and I don't know if they were thinking that there was an injury on the field, but I can't see any other reason why that play would be blown dead at that point. And this was going to be an interception return for a touchdown for Paxton Deal until the whistle blew. So kind of a bizarre, again, it was 3rd and 19. Boston Brown pass was to the right side, intended for Simon, and it was intercepted by number 11, Paxton Deal, made his way across the middle of the field. And I'm assuming we're looking at maybe a blindside block or an illegal hit of some kind. And so I think that they were afraid of an injury on the field, and that's why they blew the play dead. But it may have cost Stanley County a touchdown.
Tegan Breitag down on his back, and it looked very scary, I won't lie. And as our official now...
Breitag was the injured Buffalo, but he did pop up, seems to be okay.
Dead ball, personal foul penalty.
So unsportsmanlike conduct is going to be against Gettysburg.
So now the officials just sorting it all out. It'll be a 1st down.
And there's been an ejection.
For Gettysburg.
And there's going to be an ejection on the Buffaloes as well. I heard the official say number 5. That's Breitag for Stanley County. He's been ejected. I did not hear the number. I did not hear the number for Gettysburg, but one of the Battlers has also been ejected.
Who's been ejected for Gettysburg?
This is a lot to sort out here.
Again, 39 seconds to play in the first half. The ball was intercepted, and whatever went on between the two teams was behind the play because Deal was making his way down the sideline trying to get a score. The play was blown dead for fear of an injury. And now the officials sort out, and we can't quite hear the numbers. We do know that there's been a player ejected for each team. And now the explanation to the Stanley County coach is Max Foth.
Paxton Deal was at the opposing, in the plus side for Stanley County at the 20-yard.
I'm just kind of looking at the Gettysburg huddle right now to see.
Penalties occurred in the midst of the play, so it wouldn't essentially mean that the play would be called.
Yeah, I can't quite tell who may have been. I see Brown walking to the sideline over there, and maybe
pocket-sized rule book on.
I see Aiden Forgy over there. Looked like Brown went over and maybe talked to Forgy, so maybe Forgy is the one that's been ejected. I see number 50 on the sideline for Gettysburg, and so I guess that seems to be the most likely, but again, we just don't know for sure. We weren't able to hear the number. So now we have to sort out where this ball is going to end up.
We're going to listen to the official. So it is number 50, Aiden Forgy. So they are going to say.
So the play stands. It is, and so we can kind of hear what the officials are saying.
After sorting it all out, so that Aiden Forgy has been ejected, and some fans here.
So the ball, they've decided to place it on the Gettysburg 25-yard line. Boy, what a bizarre play here towards the end of the half. Again, the interception that looked for all the world like it was probably going to be returned for a touchdown was blown dead. And then we have personal fouls and unsportsmanlike conduct penalties behind the play. We've had 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. We've had 2 ejections here towards the end of the half, 1 for each team. So with all that sorted out, it is going to be 1st and 10 for Stanley County. Prince to throw. He's got a man right side, and that is going to be caught by Paxton Deal. Is he in bounds? And the signal is yes. Furley in on the coverage. Boy, what an acrobatic catch by Paxton Deal. And that is the 3rd touchdown pass of the first half for Weston Prince.
Makes the score 32-6 pending the extra point.
And so after all that, and Prince was the player, or excuse me, not Prince, Paxton Deal was the player who had made the interception on the previous play. And so he finds his way into the end zone regardless, and that brings our score 32-6 in favor of
32-6 in the county.
the Buffaloes. 32 seconds to play, 2-point attempt now for Stanley County. And we're going to get a timeout for Stanley County. So we'll take a quick break with them and come back and bring you the end of the first half. So we'll be back right after this.
Schlachter Lumber in Gettysburg is a proud supporter of Gettysburg and surrounding community sports and activities. Schlachter Lumber has been serving the area since 1888. When it comes to building, come to Schlachter Lumber. They carry Valspar paints, Midland garage doors, Marvin windows, a large variety of Milwaukee tools. Schlachter Lumber services and repairs all kinds of tools and compressors. They're happy to provide you with a free estimate too. Call Schlachter Lumber at 605-765-9417. Proud to be a part of bringing you this game. Schlachter Lumber in Gettysburg.
Welcome back to the Schlachter Lumber Press Box. Schlachter Lumber, serving the area since 1888.
And we're back in Gettysburg. Just a really kind of a bizarre first half, especially end of the first half. It's been a very slow-moving first half. A lot of penalties, a lot of scoring, a lot of incomplete passes, and then the excitement here off the interception. And so now we're ready for a 2-point conversion for the Buffaloes. Snap is to Prince. He rolls to the right, looking to throw back across, and has a man. That's going to be Deal again. That one's incomplete. So again, for as well as the Buffaloes have been able to move the football, they've been able to score, but they've not been able to convert on the 2-point. And so the score remains 32-6. We'll keep it here as we appear to be ready to maybe wrap up the first half. Again, a lot of excitement there, and if you are just joining us, we do know that one player from each team has been ejected. We believe that is number 5, Tegan Breitag for Stanley County. We believe it is also number 50, Aiden Forgy. Big losses for both teams. Those are both starters. Aiden Forgy, to this point in the game, is the leading rusher for Gettysburg, and so that's going to be a difficult spot to replace for Gettysburg in particular. Breitag, starter on the offensive line. He's a starter at defensive end, and we couldn't quite see what the play was or what the issue was between the two players, or if they're separate incidents, but we do know that there were personal fouls, unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, and ejections coming off the interception from the last time Gettysburg had the football. So after all that, 32 seconds to play, it is going to be Jensen's Weber back to return. Caldwell set to kick, and that ball, again, sitting sideways on the tee. He's been just booting it on the ground right down the middle of the field. I assume that's what we're going to see here again.
Buffs leading 32-6 with 32 seconds left.
Caldwell comes forward. This one carries a little bit further. It is picked up by Weber at the 25. He's across the 30, 35, 40. Trying to get outside, and he's going to be brought down just across the 45-yard line, so the hole didn't stay open quite long enough.
So the Battlers out past the 45. 23 seconds left.
Ball will be spotted on the 46.
So we'll see what Coach Kuzer decides to do here with no timeouts. And starting on their own 45-yard line.
Spotted exactly on the 45.
They can get a Hail Mary.
First attempt.
Something of that nature, pull off a big play.
And we'll see who the tailback is. Again, Gettysburg most of the night has been out of the shotgun. And it looks like Jack Simon has migrated to the backfield.
One receiver to either side and a back off to his left. Ball at the Battler 45.
One receiver to the left, one to the right.
For a couple plays here, man in motion from left to right.
That's Ziegler in motion. Snap is to Brown. He throws to the left side. That's going to be caught by Furley. And he's drugged down by his jersey. Gain of about 5 yards on the play.
He'll pick up 5 yards. And the clock will continue to
run.
Second 5 clock is going to run, and it looks like that is going to bring us to the end of the first half. So after one half of play from Gettysburg, South Dakota, as we wrap up the 2025 season, here your score, the Stanley County Buffaloes 32, the Gettysburg Battlers 6. We'll take a break, run some ads, and be back with you here, bring you some halftime stats, or at least the best that I'm able to calculate, and we'll get you ready for half number 2.
Now here come our junior Battler cheerleaders.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I should mention that. So we'll keep the stream here, and we do have the junior Battler cheerleaders are going to perform for us here, so we'll leave the stream open here, give you a chance to take in the halftime performance for the junior Battler cheerleaders.
Cheer coach is Alyssa Roseland.
wanted to say you're doing a really good job.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Welcome into the CHS River Plains halftime show. I'm Justin Cowart. What an eventful first half it was. Stanley County out in front 32-6. And, well, we had some, they say you learn something new every day. You also see something new every day. We had a potential pick six by Paxton Deal, but it was blown dead mid-play because of some extracurriculars taking place back behind the play. Tegan Breitag and Aiden Forgey have taken the last snaps of the night, and well, for Forgey, unfortunately, his last snap of the season. He is a junior, though, so he will be back for his senior year for this Battler team. Of course, Stanley County trying to win and get in. Of course, they need some help from around the state, but hoping that that was not the last snaps of Tegan Breitag's Stanley County football career. And big shout out to all the great seniors on this Stanley County squad. They've got a lot of them that have put their heart and soul into this season. Hoping it continues on for at least one more week. So, let's take a look around the state, add some scores. It's been some good action across South Dakota tonight. The Spear Governors have gotten underway. Of course, they had to kick off an hour later than expected. They are trailing 14-0 up in Spearfish. Also, from the 9-man football side, Wall and Lyman have gone final. 55-0, the final score there. I thought my eyes were deceiving me. It's read 42-0 at the end of the first quarter for Wall, but then I remembered it is the Wall Eagles, and they have just been mowing down about anybody that has gotten in their way. Garrettson beat Chester area 42-22. Ipswich is leading North Central 30-12. DeSmet looking like they are going to take care of Esteban Hendricks 30-0 to score there. Bricklin Hecla leading Waverly South Shore 42-6. Centerville is beating Burke 34-6. Lemon McIntosh leading Faith 26-0. Dupree leading Timberlake 38-0. Platte Geddes with a 2-touchdown lead over Corsica Stickney 28-14. Warner in low-scoring defensive battle with Leola Frederick area 12-0 to score there. Ivor Curley is leading Howard 16-8 about midway through the third quarter. Kimball Whitelake is looking like they're going to get the win against Woolsey Westington 40-8 to score there. Kimball Whitelake out in front. Phillip leading New Underwood 24-8. Sully Buttes is taking care of Sunshine Bible Academy after their upset loss last week to Harry and Selby area. They are leading 54-12, maybe taking out a little bit of anger from last week's loss. Great Plains Lutheran leading Wilmot 44-8. Coleman Egan is leading Iroquois Lake Preston 38-14. Faulkton area over Northwestern 41-0. Kadoka beating Jones County 34-8. And we'll have all the final scores from around the state for you later this evening.
Let's hear it for our junior Battler cheerleaders, folks.
At drgnews.com. Well, here in Gettysburg, the Gettysburg cheerleaders putting on a show and having some future Gettysburg Battler cheerleaders.
Hi.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Paxton Deal catching a beautiful
Out here, you learn that you can grow and you don't have to continue
CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
Luce, Lucy, and Wreck Funeral Homes are your family-owned businesses ready to help you in your time of need. With businesses in Gettysburg, Fulton, Miller, Highmore, and they service Cheyenne River Reservation. Mandy and Tiffany are there to answer any questions and help you along. Luce, Lucy, and Wreck Funeral Homes proudly support all local sports and activities.
Welcome back to the Schlachter Lumber Press Box. Schlachter Lumber, serving the area since 1888. Welcome back to Gettysburg. Mike Hobart with you tonight. Filling in for Warren LeBeau again if you're just joining us tonight. Warren did call me a couple weeks ago and asked if I would fill in for him this evening, as he had once in a lifetime opportunity to spend the weekend with his daughters, and they are in Minneapolis to see Sir Paul McCartney. So Warren, absolutely happy to fill in for you. Glad you're taking the opportunity, the time with the family, and hope it's everything that you're hoping for. Looking forward to there. So enjoy the weekend, my friend, and we'll do the best we can here to hold down the fort in Gettysburg tonight. As we get ready to start the second half, your score is 32-6 in favor of the visitor Stanley County, who are trying to play their way into the 9AA playoffs. Unfortunately for the Battlers, tonight will mark the end of their season as they look to try to play spoiler tonight. And we'll get you updated on some of those scores here in just a minute. And again, I do the best I can to try to keep some stats. I'm getting a little bit better at it each time out, but I'm not an expert by any means. So just based on my chicken scratches, here's some of the numbers that I can give you a rough estimate for. Again, really efficient moving the ball for Stanley County, but they made it pretty difficult on themselves at times. One step forward, two steps back with some of the penalties and negative plays, but they've been able to punch it in 5 times so far this evening. So the quarterback, Weston Prince, I've got him roughly 125 yards, 3 touchdowns in the first half. 2 of those went to Paxton Deal, 1 for 12 yards, 1 for 25 yards, Deal 90 yards receiving in the first half. The other receiving touchdown was to the senior Case Colda, 10-yard touchdown reception. I've got Colda for 45 yards receiving in the first half. Rushing, Landon Bame, far and away the leading rusher for Stanley County tonight. He's got 112 yards, 2 touchdowns on the night. And then the quarterback, Prince, adding another 54 yards himself. So, again, some pretty big numbers in the first half. 5 scores for Stanley County. In terms of the Battlers, been pretty slow. The 1 touchdown did come on a long kickoff return by Chase Furley. Very impressive run. In fact, he's made a couple nice plays on special teams, just running over Buffalo. So really aggressive, strong running for the sophomore Furley, and certainly something to look forward to as they continue to watch him progress into his junior and senior years. So the bright spot, Boston Brown, the quarterback, has completed, I have at least 5. I might have missed one that was in there for no gains. I've got him at 25 yards passing in the first half. The leading rusher is Chase Furley. He had a carry for 20 yards. Aiden Forgy, who has since been ejected from the game, we'll get into that play in just a minute. He had 7 yards rushing. Jaron Chase has 5. Receiving, 3 catches for Trayson Ziegler. He's got 14 yards, 2 catches for Chase Furley. I've got him at 12. So not a lot of success moving the football for Gettysburg. We'll see what they can do when they get the ball to start the second half. And I alluded to the play towards the end of the first half. Gettysburg was moving the ball, trying to get into the end zone before the end of the first half.
Brown passed to his right. It was intercepted by number 11, Paxton Deal, and he was making his way down the near sideline to try to get into the end zone when the officials blew the whistle. And the fear was that there had maybe been an injury on the play. Well, the player that was down for Stanley County was Tegan Breitag, and he did hop up, seemed okay, and so then we were trying to hear what the explanations were, and the best that we could pick up, we know that there was at least one personal foul, we know that there was at least 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, 1 for each team, that resulted in ejections. So Tegan Breitag was one of the players ejected. He was ejected for Stanley County. The player that has been ejected for Gettysburg is number 50, Aiden Forgy. And Forgy, one of the leaders on the team, emotional leader, in on a lot of tackles, starting in the backfield there as a fullback. And so he's going to be difficult to replace. We did see before the end of the first half that Jack Simon was the fullback back there with Boston Brown. So we would expect more of the same. So we'll see who the replacement is at tight end for Jack Simon then. And so as we near the beginning of the second half, and again, this is the last half of the season for the Battlers. They're looking to end on a high note and see some good things from some of these young players. So we'll see what they're able to do there. Get you updated on some scores. First of all, just to kind of update you on the baseball scores, if you're following the Major League playoffs, it was the Seattle Mariners defeating Toronto tonight 6-2, so Seattle has taken a 3-2 lead in the American League Championship Series, 1 more, and they'll be on their way to the World Series. And the Dodgers may be headed that way tonight. They lead Milwaukee 3-0 in the top of the 4th inning. If the Dodgers win that, they will move on to their 2nd straight World Series and an opportunity to repeat as world champions. So into some football scores. We'll check 9A first. Again, our score here tonight, 32-6 in favor of Stanley County. Number 1 ranked Wall has defeated Lyman. That's a 55-0 score. That game is in Lyman. Number 4 Alcester Hudson, 64-16 win over Scotland Menno. Garrettson has now defeated Chester Area 42-22. That's one of the games that the Stanley County fans are keeping an eye on. 60-8 Castlewood over Dubrook Area. DeSmet is defeating Esteline Hendricks 38-0. Closer to home, Dupree 38-0 lead over Timber Lake. That game is in the 3rd quarter. Another opponent that Gettysburg is interested in is Waverly South Shore. They are trailing Britton Hecla 42-6. Lemon McIntosh 26-0 lead. That is over Faith. Kimball White Lake 42-8 over Wolsey Wessington tonight. Warner, number 2 in 9A, they hold a 19-0 lead over Leola Frederick. That's 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. Ipswich 54-12 lead. They are over North Central tonight. Looking at 9B, some of the scores in our area. Falkton all over Northwestern tonight. Falkton, number 5 ranked team in 9B. They lead 41-0. 40-8, Kadoka area is leading Jones County. Sully Buttes coming back after that loss to Harriet Selby last week. That has dropped them to number 4, Harriet Selby, now the 3rd ranked team. They lead Sunshine Bible Academy 54-12. And with that, we are ready to start play here in the second half. The Battlers will receive. And it's going to be Chase Furley back to return now. It has been Jensen's Weber for the first half. Caldwell set to kick, as he has in the first half. He sets the ball sideways on the tee. The kicks have been going right down the middle of the field. Sideways on the tee, ready to get us going, kicking from left to right on your radio. And Caldwell puts the boot to it, and it is going to go. It is going to end up with Jensen's Weber. He's to the 40, and he's going to be met there by about half a dozen Buffaloes, it looks like. So the Battlers are going to start play at about the 41, maybe 42-yard line. That is where Gettysburg will start at their own at 41. First impressed with Jack Deal, not just tonight, but throughout the season. Deal is maybe one of the smaller guys out there on the field standing. So we'll see what the Battlers have in store here offensively in the second half. Again, no Aiden Forgy. So Boston Brown is the quarterback. In the backfield with him, that's going to be number 25, Mason Gable. So maybe Gable in there as a replacement for Forgy here to start the second half. Snap is to Brown. He's going to throw right side. Got a man. He's got Jack Simon. He makes the catch. He's at the 35-yard line, and he is going to be dropped at about the 32.
He gets the ball inside the 35-yard line to the 30.
And that's a gain of about 27 yards. That's the biggest play from scrimmage tonight for the Battlers. Really nice throw by Boston Brown and the completion to Jack Simon. And the Buffaloes fortunate they could get hands on him right away because you don't want Jack Simon in the open field there. He's pretty difficult to tackle. So really good play to build some momentum to start the second half. That's Simon's first catch of the game. He's been targeted a couple times. So the Battlers come to the line. Brown out of the shotgun, 3 receivers to his left. Snap is to Brown. He rolls left, throws back across the middle of the field into triple coverage off the hands of number 20. That's Landon Boehm in coverage. And he's going to do some push-ups down there to, I guess, a little punishment there for missing the interception. But, boy, risky throw by Brown, the intended receiver. I didn't catch the number. I think that might have been Jaron Chase down there. So, regardless, it's incomplete. So it's going to be second down and 10. Trips to the left again. This is the formation we've seen the last few plays. So Brown gets the snap. He's rolling to his left this time. Again, left-handed quarterback. Throw is going to be intended for number 21. That's Easton Roush. And Kolda stepped right in front of it, had the interception, but just couldn't quite hold on to it. So that's 2 near misses, 2 straight plays for Boston Brown. 2 plays that were nearly intercepted, maybe should have been intercepted. And so we'll see if they're able to take advantage of the opportunity here. Did want to update, too, in the first half for Stanley County, we did have an injury to Brendan Bothwell, and we've not seen him in the game since then, so don't know exactly what the injury is, but that was pretty early in the first half, and so we haven't seen Bothwell in the game since the first quarter. Hard count by Brown, and it works again, so yet another penalty on Stanley County. I see Ezra Rutherford, maybe one that jumped. So that's going to be 3rd and about 5. It'll be 4-down territory for the Battlers as they try to convert, make their way towards the end zone. They've not scored an offensive touchdown tonight. Their touchdown coming on special teams and a kickoff return.
Positive start to this drive, a huge play downfield to Jack Simon on the first play from scrimmage to start this second half, and now a penalty.
Battlers come back to the line.
Sets up a 3rd down and 5.
Brown out of the shotgun, has Gable to his right.
Shotgun to start this drive. Taking all of his snaps here.
Furley in motion. Snap is to Brown, looking to the right, goes downfield, double coverage again, and that's going to be Deal. He had an interception in the first half and another one that should have been intercepted that wasn't. So again, kind of tempting fate here a little bit, throwing into coverage. That's 3 plays where we've seen Buffalo defenders with their hands on the football, but none of them able to make the play. So it remains 4th down, 4th and about 4 yards. So we'll see what Coach Kuzer has called up to try to make the conversion.
So Stanley County will try to bend but not break as the 4th down conversion almost has to be had.
Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the left.
3 receivers off to Boston Brown's left. Brown trying the hard count.
Furley goes in motion to the right. Snap is to Brown. Passes across the middle and again off the hands of a defender. This one was Deal again, and he's looking at his hands like they just aren't cooperating. So 4 passes for Brown, all find hands of Buffalo defenders. None of them are intercepted, but it is a turnover on downs. And so the first possession for the Gettysburg Battlers will result in a turnover on downs.
To start this 3rd quarter, and the offense will get to work.
Let's at least give our players a chance to catch.
So that will be 1st and 10 now for Stanley County from their own 25-yard line, and it's going to be Prince out of the shotgun. He gets the snap, handoff to the right. That's going to be Boehm, and he's going to be tackled pretty quickly. That looks like Jack Simon on the tackle. 2 yards on the gain for Boehm.
26. Brings up 2nd down and 9.
32-6, Stanley County out in front. 10:40 to play in the 3rd quarter. Elongated throw
Again, the Buffaloes leading 32-6, 26-point lead.
We've seen a couple games go final around the state by the time we got to the CHS River Plains halftime.
Shotgun snap is to Prince.
Snap, he jumps to field and toss out to
Tosses left to the Bame. He goes left, now cuts back right. Gets a block out there. That's from number 4, Joe Malm. He's still on his feet, getting out close to midfield. Finally tackled at the 49-yard line by Jaron Chase.
Great run by Landon Bame, and that play almost never happened. That toss from Weston Prince was at the very last.
So Bame is going to pick up about 18 yards on the carry. That's going to be another first down for Stanley County as they move the sticks. Buffaloes go quick. They're lined up, ready to snap. Snap is to Prince, looking to pass, has a man left, and that's going to be a deal. He makes the catch, throws off a defender, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Easton Roush was there in the coverage, couldn't make the tackle, and that is going to be a touchdown. That's going to be a 52-yard touchdown pass from Prince to Deal.
Dropped a couple interceptions on the defensive side. Make sure to secure that one.
And so that brings the score 38-6 in favor of the Buffaloes as they line up for the 2-point conversion. This has been where Stanley County struggled tonight. They've only converted one so far. Prince gets the snap, hands off this time to Bame, and he is going to make his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So with 9:43 to play in the third quarter, your new score, Stanley County 40, the Gettysburg Battlers 6. We'll take a break and be back right after this.
Kickoff, Stanley County out in front big.
That's right. 35 points for the running back. 35.
Welcome back to the Schlachter Lumber Press Box. Schlachter Lumber, serving the area since 1888.
Welcome back to Gettysburg. Mike Hobart along with you here as we are partway into the third quarter now. This is 40-6 lead now in favor of Stanley County, so they've had the better go, and especially here towards the end of the first half where they were able to convert after an interception, get a touchdown before the end of the first half, and now after forcing a turnover on down from the Battlers, Stanley County turns around, and that's a 52-yard touchdown pass from Weston Prince to Paxton Deal. Third touchdown of the night receiving for Paxton Deal, and it is the fourth passing touchdown of the night for Weston Prince. So the Buffaloes definitely had some success through the air tonight. Caldwell set to kick. Furley is back in the middle of the field, and this one's going to get to an up man, and it is fielded. That's number 25. That's Mason Gable, and so he really nice catch on the play. That had some speed to it, and he's able to get a handle on it, and he's going to be tackled at about the 44-yard line. That's where Gettysburg's going to take over here as they start their second possession of the second half.
It's got to feel good for Stanley County. Had so much promise in this season after getting out to a 2-2 start, but just ran into some outstanding opponents along the way, dealt with some injuries. Gettysburg has had to go through a gauntlet themselves.
So it is Boston Brown in the shotgun. And some confusion for Gettysburg. Looks like we're going to get a timeout for the Battlers. And that is the call. So with a timeout on the field, we'll take another timeout with them, and we'll be back right after this.
Best of luck in today's competition to the Potter County Battlers from Black Sheep Agronomy, your local agronomy experts. Black Sheep Agronomy wants you to have a successful farm plan and is focused on products and practices that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their school and extracurricular activities. Good luck, Battlers, from Black Sheep Agronomy. Call 842-6104 for all your agronomy needs.
Welcome back to the Schlachter Lumber Press Box. Schlachter Lumber, serving the area since 1888.
Welcome back to Gettysburg. Mike Hobart along with you here in Gettysburg. Last game of the regular season. And just an announcement for you, too. The Gettysburg Battler volleyball team is going to be wrapping up their home schedule on Monday night. They have contest starting at 6:30 with the junior varsity against Cheyenne Eagle Butte. So another opportunity for Battler fans to see the volleyball team this week before the end of their regular season. Here's a shotgun snap to Brown, throwing left side. That's going to be intended for Jack Simon. That one's going to be intercepted, and it's Paxton Deal again. He gets to the outside, stiff arm on Jaron Chase. He gets down to the 30-yard line, and he's going to be forced out of bounds there. Ziegler finally able to get him to the ground, but that is the second interception of the night for Paxton Deal to go along with his 3 receiving touchdowns. So great game out there for Paxton Deal. He is a senior. Number 11, 5'11", 170-pound senior Paxton Deal. Again, 2 interceptions, 3 receiving touchdowns. He's coming off a possession where he just reeled off a 52-yard touchdown pass or reception. And so just like that, after one play, it is ball back in the hands of the Buffaloes. It's going to be Prince out of the shotgun. Bame in motion from right to left. It's going to be a quarterback draw. This is going to be Prince. He gets to the left side, and he's going to be down inside the 20-yard line. Gain of about 12 on the play, it looks like.
Jack Simon on the stop.
First carry of the second half for Prince. It is a first down, moves the sticks, and that's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 17-yard line. 40-6 your score, 9 minutes to play, third quarter.
Inside the red zone down to the 17.
Prince out of the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. He's going to throw back to his left, intended for Deal, and that one was well short. One of the few poor throws we've seen from Prince tonight. He hasn't missed on very many, but that one never really had a chance. So with the incompletion, that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
We saw a low pass earlier in the first half that Chase Furley was waiting patiently to intercept had it been thrown on a line.
Again, the ball inside the 20-yard line, marked at about the 17.
Coming here for the Buffalo offense on the move from left to right.
Kind of that pistol formation again for Stanley County. One back behind him, one to the left. Handoff is going to go to the into Bame, left hand this side, and he's going to get to the end zone almost untouched. So 17-yard touchdown run for Landon Bame.
8:44 to play.
And that is Bame's 3rd touchdown of the night, first of the second half. And with the touchdown, that's going to make your score 46-6 with 8:44 to play as the Buffaloes set up for a 2-point conversion.
On the left side. And some misdirection for that Battlers defense. Heavy loaded the right side, ran it to the left, and Landon Bame turned on the Jets. 2-point conversion upcoming. Trying to make this a 42-point lead.
Prince set to take the snap, and we're going to have another false start, another pre-snap penalty. That one's on Kolda. That's not his first tonight. So that'll back him up 5 yards, and they'll try again for the 2-point conversion.
Jack Deal will check in, and checking out.
And the Buffaloes have only converted a couple of these tonight.
Ludeman, another important senior who's really kind of earned some more responsibility as the season's gone on. Stepped up to the plate when his number was called and has been rewarded with playing time for it. 2-point conversion attempt.
So the Buffaloes set to try again. Snap is to Prince. Has Bame to his left. He's going to keep it, and he's going to be drugged down by Jack Simon. Nice play in the open field by Simon. So the 2-point attempt is no good. So with 8:44 to play in the third quarter, your score, Stanley County 46, Gettysburg 6. We'll take a break and be back right after this.
Bats, ants, termites, family-owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years' experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Welcome back to Gettysburg. We are 8:44 to play in the third quarter. Your score 46-6 in favor of the visiting Buffaloes. And with the 40-point deficit, we will see a running clock at this point.
As we mentioned, it's Paxton Deal's final regular season.
So the Buffaloes will be set to kick it off again. Caldwell, ball sideways on the tee. Furley back to receive if it gets to him. Not very many have made it that far back. Gable had the last one. Jensen's Weber's got a couple of them. So this one down the middle of the field, this is going to be scooped up. And that is, I can't tell. 21, Easton Roush gets it, and he just hops on the ground there. So it's going to be pretty good starting field position again, starting about just across the 45-yard line.
45-yard line.
No, now they're going to put it right at the 45.
First and 10 for the Battlers.
Starting running back, it has been so impressive throughout the season. Awesome senior.
And so that's where the Battlers will take over. And Boston Brown, the quarterback, had a hard time connecting with his receivers here in the second half. He's had one ball intercepted and several more nearly intercepted. And Paxton Deal has kind of been a nightmare for him back there. He's intercepted him twice. So we'll see what the Battlers can get going on this possession. It is Brown out of the shotgun. Furley goes in motion to the right. Gets the snap, throws left, through the hands of Jaron Chase, almost caught by Jack Simon, but it does fall incomplete. So incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 for Gettysburg. Better throw that time for Brown. Hit his receiver in the hands, but Jaron Chase just couldn't haul it in. Easton Roush is going to check into the game as Jaron Chase trots off.
Guy who was really solely a kicker last season has stepped up at the offensive line, really used his size, and Max Foth kind of joked. He said he doesn't love football.
Brown out of the shotgun, and it is Gable to his left. Snap, passes to the right, gets it to Furley, and Furley's been hard to tackle once he's got the ball in his hands, and he does get 4 or 5 yards there, right around midfield before he's tackled. And that's going to be number 51, Case Kolda.
Out to the 49-yard line.
It's a Battlers team
Brings
that's
up third down and 6.
Joseph Stanley, a guy who's been a part of this senior class. Of course, a lot of these guys have been injured as well.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for
Jaron Chase.
Coach Coozer's Battlers as they try to get some points on the board here for the first time in the second half as the clock ticks down under 6.5 minutes, running clock at this point.
Guys playing against full varsity rosters, getting invaluable varsity playing experience as this 3rd down and 6 comes for the Battlers.
Shotgun for Brown, trips to the left. Furley again in motion. And that's going to be a false start. I don't know if Furley was a little early on the move forward. My guess is the snap was late there. So that's going to be a false start, and
That's so tough for
might have been Michael Jager that time. Not getting the snap off in time, so that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Makes it 3rd and a little more than 10 for Gettysburg. Furley in motion, snap is to Brown. He passes to the left. That ball is going to be behind Roush and falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down for Gettysburg. Looks like some miscommunication maybe between quarterback and receiver as Brown pats Roush on the head. Easton Roush, a 5'6" sophomore.
It's only 15 feet.
So 4th down now for the Battlers, and it is going to be Furley in the backfield. We'll see if they punt, but again, they faked it earlier and had some success. Good gain on the play when they tried this in the first half, and he is going to run it to the left side, pressure from the right, and he's got a chance. He bounces off of one tackle, and he's going to be close to a 1st down. I think he got it. Punishing run again. Looked like 27. Jace Hand was one of the players that had a chance to stop him, as well as Case Kolda. Neither one of them could bring him down. And the fake punts have been some of the best offense of the night for Gettysburg, as Furley has converted 2 of those now. So with the conversion, that's going to be 1st and 10 for Gettysburg at the 45-yard line as they make their way into Buffalo territory. The clock ticks down, just over 4 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Under center this time. Snap is to Brown. He hands it off up the middle. That's going to go to Furley. And not a bad idea by Coach Kuzer. Just get it into 18's hands in any way you can at this point. He's been the best player on offense and special teams so far tonight for Gettysburg. Short gain for Furley that time. I think he only got a couple. I've only got that as a second carry tonight, so see if they try that here going forward. Handoff is going to be up the middle this time. That's Jack Simon, another load to tackle, and it takes some work, but the Buffaloes do get him to the ground. 26, Ezra Rutherford in on that tackle. It's going to be another short gain. So third down and make it about 6.
Third down and 6.
So we'll give 2 yards there to Jack Simon. So third and medium now for Gettysburg as they are into Buffalo territory, right about the Buffalo 41-yard line. Brown again under center, I formation. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to throw across the middle, and there's Paxton Deal again off his hands, but it's going to be intercepted by Weston Prince, and he's along the left side. He's out short of midfield. So that'll be the third interception of the night for the Buffalo defense. And it was number 11, Deal again. Had one go right through his hands, and it fell right to his defensive teammate, Weston Prince, this time. So interception again brings the ball back out to midfield for Stanley County. 2.5 to play third quarter. Your score 46-6 in favor of the Buffaloes. So Stanley County back on the offensive side. Shotgun snap is to Prince. Handoff is up the middle. Landon Bame is going to get a short gain, about 2 yards on the play.
Gets it across midfield to the 48-yard line. Second down and 8.
Stanley County defense, Weston Prince and Paxton Deal.
Short gain makes it 2nd and 9. Prince out of the shotgun. Bame to his right. Gets the snap, throws across the middle. That's intended for Kolda, and it's off his hands, incomplete. But he was behind the defense again. Chase Furley was the one closest to him. But if that one had been reeled in, might have been another touchdown for Stanley County. Just off the fingertips, and that brings up third down for the Buffaloes.
Brings up third down and 8.
He was kind of having to spin his body on the move. But he will certainly be seeing that one when he lays down his head tonight.
So the Battlers' chance to get a stop here, try to get the ball back. Just over a minute to play here in the third quarter with the running clock. Prince takes the snap. He's going to hand off to the left. This is Bame. He's across to the 45-40. Into the middle of the field, gets to the 35-yard line. He's got the first down. That's a 15-yard gain. So another nice run for Bame. So Bame up over 150 yards rushing now and 3 touchdowns on the night. So in addition to Paxton Deal on the receiving end and defensively, really nice game tonight for Landon Bame for the Stanley County Buffaloes. Ball's at the 35. We're down to 13 seconds to play, and we'll see if that's the last play of the third quarter. Doesn't seem like Stanley County's planning to run a play here, so the clock expires. And so after 3 quarters here in Gettysburg, your score, the Stanley County Buffaloes 46, the Gettysburg Battlers 6. We'll take a break and be back right after this.
If they can get into the postseason,
Futures aren't made by
do what they have to do. We'll see if they close out this fourth quarter strong. You're listening to high school football coverage live on KGFX and
At
stream live
Northern
on
State University,
TRC.com.
futures are the result of hard work and grit.
NSU
NSU is an academic powerhouse with a spirit of exploration and genuine support. Where professors know your name and push you to discover what you're truly capable of. Don't take our word for it.
I thought that was an awful long play clock.
So he didn't.
JT's Quick Stop in Gettysburg is your ultimate pit stop for snacking and fueling before hitting the road. We offer mouth-watering hot stuffed pizza, delicious burgers, crispy chicken, savory potatoes, and year-round down soft serve ice cream. Quench your thirst with our diverse beverage selection. As proud sponsors of Gettysburg Battlers athletics and events, we're deeply connected to our community. Stay updated on Facebook for promotions and offerings. Swing by JT's Quick Stop in Gettysburg to make your pit stop unforgettable. We're excited to serve you.
That's the final.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
So much going on in this football game.
Welcome back to Gettysburg. Mike Hobart bringing you Battler football tonight as we begin the fourth quarter, 46-6 in favor of the visiting Buffaloes from Stanley County, and they have it at the Battler 35-yard line. Weston Prince, the quarterback, takes a snap, hands off right side. Landon Bame trying to get away. He's not able to. Number 55, the freshman Garrett Roush. Nice tackle in the open field. Bame has been hard to corral back there, but Garrett did a nice job that time. Gain of about 3 yards on the play. So that'd make it 2nd down and 7. Again, the clock is running.
Should this be their last time throwing on the Buffalo football helmet? Prince directing traffic in the backfield. Getting everybody set up in the correct spot.
Prince.
Looks like Coy Ludeman, the new back.
Getting set up. Snap is to him. He's going to keep it himself. Runs right up the middle. Bounces off a tackle from Jack Simon. Eventually going to be brought down by Mason Gable. He's going to be close to a first down. A couple of yards short.
Takes it inside the 30-yard line to the 27.
So a gain of 4 on the carry for Prince. Some new players out there for Stanley County. I do still see number 11 Paxton Deal, who's had a whale of a game tonight. Joe Malm still out there, so some of the same numbers. I see number 20, Bame is still out there. 81, Jax Hofsteaser is out there, so maybe seeing him for the first time. And so as the clock ticks down under 10 and a half, 3rd down for Stanley County, we have a whistle, and this is going to be a timeout for Stanley County.
10:22 remaining in the game.
So with the timeout, we'll take one with them and be back right after this.
Bothwell had to leave the game a little bit earlier due to injury. Deacon Freitag was shown the exit after a skirmish.
No scores. Kimball Rutherford 55. Rosie Washington 8.
Had to call the night. Freitag and Bothwell still the smile. That's good to see.
Both of those finals. Number 26, the little further carry 6. 5 minutes left in the game.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Welcome back to the Schlachter Lumber Press Box. Schlachter Lumber, serving the area since 1888.
Welcome back to Gettysburg as we are 10:22 left to play in the fourth quarter. Timeout for Stanley County as they break the huddle. They lead 46-6. And they find themselves facing a 3rd down and about 2. From the Gettysburg 27-yard line. Snap is to Prince. Bame. Oh, nope, snap. No snap yet. Bame is out to the right. Now the snap is to Prince. And he's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be, I believe, a little bit short of the line to gain. Jensen Zwaber in on the tackle, and he's able to keep him short of the first down marker. So that is going to bring up 4th down for Stanley County. Nice play by the junior Jensen Zwaber. Corey Ludeman, number 50, the senior, coming off. Again, a few different numbers out there for the Buffaloes. See number 17 out there. That's Ryder Roseland, the junior. He's to the left of Weston Prince. Prince is going to hand it off, and that is Bame. He's got the first down and more as he pushes inside the 20-yard line. And that'll move the sticks again in favor of Stanley County.
20-yard line. 1st and 10 for Stanley County.
Continues on for Stanley County. Another 4th down conversion. Both teams
Clock ticks down under 9.5 minutes. Buffalo's not in a big hurry at this point. They check the play, a couple receivers wide to the left. It is still Prince in the game. He's got Boehm behind him. Ryder Roseland to his right. Snap is to Prince, handoff to Boehm again, right up the middle, and he's down to the 10-5, and that is going to be another touchdown for Landon Boehm. This one's going to go for 20 yards, 20-yard touchdown run for Landon Boehm. That is now his 4th touchdown of the night. So 4th touchdown, 2 in each half now for Landon Boehm, and that makes your score 52-6. As the Buffaloes line up for the 2-point conversion. Snap, nope, we're going to get a flag on the play again. And again, that's been the one shortcoming for the Buffaloes tonight. They have seen a lot of penalties, not quite so bad here in the second half, but they've been penalized far more than the Battlers have. So that is going to make a 7-yard try now. So Prince now ready to receive the snap. He's got Boehm behind him. Snap. And looks at the pitch but decides to keep it himself, and he's going to be stopped short. Mason Gable in on the tackle. And so, again, the 2-point conversion fails. So with 8:56 to play, your score is 52-6 in favor of the Stanley County Buffaloes. Let's check on some scores here while we have break in the action. And we'll start with Gettysburg's Class 9A. Again, 46-6 your score here tonight. Number 1, Wall, 55-0 the win over Lyman. Alcester Hudson over Scotland Minnow, 64-16. 42-22 Garrettson has defeated Chester area tonight. Castlewood 60-8 over Dubrook. DeSmet 38-0 over Esteline Hendricks. Timberlake did get on the scoreboard in Dupree tonight, but they fall to Dupree 38-6. Lemon McIntosh has defeated Faith 50-0. Kimball Whitelake, big win 55-8 over Wolsey Wessington. Warner has defeated, that's not a final. Warner's leading Leola Frederick 26-6. That's in the 4th quarter. Also in the 4th quarter, Ipswich leading over North Central 54-12. A couple of 9B scores. Falkton area 41-0 lead over Northwestern. Sully Buttes starting the 3rd quarter, they hold a 54-12 lead over Sunshine Bible. And so the Buffaloes set to kick off again as we are just under 9 minutes to play. Caldwell's kick is going to be in the air off the hands of Jaron Chase, but he picks it up. He's across the 40, making his way towards the 45. He's not quite going to get there as he's thrown backwards. And so Gettysburg is going to take over at about the 43-yard line.
College football scores, high school football scores. Well, we spotted at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10.
So we'll see what the Battlers can do. Again, been kind of turnover prone here in the second half, especially with the interception.
The last interception was through the hands of Paxton Deal into the waiting hands of Weston Prince. Paxton Deal having himself a career.
3 interceptions for the Stanley County defense tonight, 2 for Deal and 1 off the hands of Deal. So it is going to be under center out of the I formation. Handoff is to Jack Simon. Not much there, and I think that ball's out. And we'll see who comes up with it.
They're starting to pull bodies off the pile.
No signal from the officials yet.
It looks like the Battlers have.
And they're going to say second down as Michael Jager looks like he's able to fall on it. So the Battlers will retain possession. And just a short gain on the play. So the Battlers have kind of moved to this I formation under center here in the second part of the second half. It was almost entirely shotgun before. So before we get our next snap, we're going to get a timeout on the field from Stanley County. So we'll take this time out with them. So we'll take a quick break and be back right after this.
Core Cares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tents, bathing, meal prep, and medication centers, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our
Giving
community.
way to some younger guys and
Welcome back to Gettysburg as we are set to finish up here. It's the regular season coming to an end tonight for Gettysburg and for football teams across the state as we get ready to head into the playoffs next week. Stanley County trying to find their way into the 9AA playoffs as they bring the seniors to the sideline. So a lot of younger, smaller bodies out there now as we sit halfway through the fourth quarter here. We'll try to get you some of those numbers as we get to them. So here comes Jaron Chase in motion. Brown out of the shotgun again. Pass is going to go to the left. It's caught by Jack Simon, and he's going to be not drugged down from behind. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. So a nice completion there from Boston Brown to Jack Simon. That's going to take the Battlers all the way down into Buffalo territory. Looks like they're going to mark it just inside the 35, make it the 34-yard line. So we'll see if Gettysburg can get another score on the board here before the quarter ends, and it's going to be another timeout on the field. This one's going to be Gettysburg taking the timeout. So again, we'll take a quick timeout with them and be back right after this.
Dan Sinclair in Gettysburg is your first stop for food, fuel, snacks, cold beer, wine, and spirits. Our extensive selection of burgers, subs, wraps, burritos, salads, and our famous roasted chicken makes lunch and dinner a breeze. In a hurry? Call ahead, 605-765-2266, and we'll have it ready for you. Stop in and let our friendly staff help you get stocked up for the road trip or the trip to the big game. Stan Sinclair is a proud sponsor of Potter County Battler Athletics and Events.
Hey, all family and friends.
And welcome back to Gettysburg. Mike Hobart with you. Kylie Saltzman running the computer and the camera for us, doing a great job tonight. So thank you to Kylie for doing that for us. And again, if you're tuning in tonight looking for Warren LeBeau, I can happily say that Warren is sitting in Minneapolis watching Paul McCartney, and he sent me a picture as proof. So it looks like he's having a good time with his daughter. So we certainly wish him the best as he enjoys that time with his family, and certainly safe travels home for Warren as we're looking ahead to Battler girls volleyball coming up on Monday night here. So as they wrap up their regular season at home. High snap is to Brown. He tries to get rid of it right side, looking for Ziegler, and just kind of throws it away. So again, high snap kind of derailed that play from the start as we tick down to about the 6.5 minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Looks like mostly the same players out there. I do see number 42, Liam Lehman, out there. Liam is an 8th grader, getting some time out there. Looks like we also have maybe number 2, Max Williams, out there. So a couple of the younger Battlers out there. This is going to be number 4, Logan Kuzer, in at quarterback, and that one's going to be incomplete. Intended for number 5, Trayson Ziegler, so that's going to bring up 3rd down. So Logan Kuzer in there as an 8th grader, 5'7", 8th grader. I mentioned Liam Lehman. Liam is a 6 foot, 197-pound 8th grader.
Also coming in here for Stanley County, number 64, Baron Kafka. But these guys get the jerseys dirty.
3rd and 10. I do see that Jaron Chase is still out there, the senior for Gettysburg, again playing his last game. He goes in motion from right to left. Snap is to Kuzer. He's going to now take off with it. He has a little bit of room, and he's going to slide down at about the 36-yard line. So a gain of about 4 yards on the play for Logan Kuzer.
Pick up 3 yards at the 32-yard line. 4th down and 7.
Attacking from left to right. Quick look at the Wagner Auto scoreboard. We are
And that'll bring up 4th down for Gettysburg. Kuzer gets the play from the sideline from Coach Hall over there. Now Coach Kuzer.
It is their Well, they have certainly gone out on
Chance for the Battlers to convert. Ball sits at the 33-yard line of Stanley County. Your score 52-6 in favor of the Buffaloes.
unbelievable senior night. Weston Prince.
And it looks like the Buffaloes might have been lined up offside there. The snap is to Kuzer. He's running for his life, and he just kind of pitches it to get away. That should be an incomplete pass. And it is going to be an intentional grounding flag. So regardless, it's going to be a turnover on downs anyway. That would have been a loss of down. So the ball is going to go back over to the Buffaloes.
Bring the pressure. Baron Kafka also supplying some of that pressure.
As the officials sort it out.
Now the intentional grounding flag will be announced. And the Stanley County offense will have.
And the officials, oh, now they're still talking about it. I thought we were going to get a signal for intentional grounding. There's an intentional grounding. And so that will result in a loss of down, and that will be possession back over to Stanley County with just under 4 minutes to play here as we get ready to wrap things up tonight in Gettysburg. Just a beautiful night, again, middle of the fall, 65 degrees on the drive in tonight, so just a beautiful night to finish the season. As they step off the penalty, and so the Buffaloes will take over at about the 48-yard line.
See him throw the ball a little bit before the game. Not sure if we'll see much through the air here for Deal.
So we got a new quarterback in there. That's number 12, Jack Deal, the sophomore. And we got a whistle here, and I think now we're ready for play. Oh, yeah, we got a chain gang fell asleep there for a minute. Got to get the sticks moved.
With the running clock, we're now under 3 minutes to play.
And now we're ready to go. Snap is to Deal. He's going to hand it off. That's to number 26. That's Ezra Rutherford, and he doesn't get a whole lot on the play. Tackled by Jaron Chase, and number 6, that's Carson Johnson over there.
Jaron Chase is on the stop along with Carson Johnson. Gets the ball to the 48-yard line.
We'll say no gain on the play. Brings up second down and 10 for the Buffaloes.
Always interesting and different when you have a backup quarterback taking snaps, and it's kind of a different dynamic. But when it's a guy like Jack Deal who's elevated to that backup quarterback position just a few days ago, everything is for.
And the Buffaloes come to the line here. 2 receivers to the left.
Rutherford with his first carry. Maybe settling in.
Again, Jack Deal, backup quarterback, in here to finish things up tonight.
Waste away. 2nd and 10. Up counting here for Stanley County.
He waits, gets a signal on the play clock, and he's going to take the snap here. Hand off again. This looks like Rutherford again, looking for room on the right side. Gets a stiff arm, and he's going to make his way across near the 40-yard line. So that's going to be a first down for Stanley County.
To the 42. First and 10 for the Buffaloes.
First and 10, that gets inside backward territory to the 43-yard line.
Clock ticks down under a minute and a half.
Seconds. Play time for a couple more runs.
We see Lakin Hine out there for the Battlers now. We see number 4, Logan Kuzer, out there on defense. Number 16, Tyson Falkenhagen, out there for Gettysburg. Pistol formation. Jack Deal again to take the handoff, or to take the snap. Hands off to Rutherford, and he puts his head down, and he's going to get another nice gain. He's down to about the 30-yard line. And that's going to be another first down for Rutherford and Stanley County as they move the sticks down deeper inside Battler territory, and that brings us down to about 45 seconds. So Stanley County will have to run one more play.
There's time for maybe one more play for this Stanley County offense. Max Foth telling his guys
as they wrap up, and again, Stanley County trying to find their way into the 9AA playoffs, and they've done what they can do here tonight. They'll have to wait on some other results to see if they are going to make it into the field of 16. So we do get the seniors coming back into the game now for Stanley County, as this will be the last snap of their regular season, and depending on playoff results, maybe the last play of their season and their careers in Fort Pierce. So we'll see the snap and the knee, and that is going to bring our game to an end here this evening. So With that, your final score tonight is the Stanley County Buffaloes 52 and the Gettysburg Battlers 6. So congratulations to the Buffaloes tonight, as we wish them the best of luck as they potentially head off into the playoffs, and we'll see what those results are. Playoffs starting next week. And this does mark the end of the season for Gettysburg, and so certainly a difficult night for the seniors as they play their last game. Jaron Chase, the only senior on the field. Do want to recognize Joe Stanley and Sage Herman as well. Unfortunately, they weren't able to play tonight due to an injuries earlier in the season. But certainly congratulations to them. Been in this program for a long time, and certainly we wish them the best going forward. Just not a full rundown of stats here, but just to kind of run down some of the big players, especially on the Buffalo side. Again, Weston Prince tonight threw for 4 touchdowns on the evening. Receiving, the top receiver was Paxton Deal. He had 3 receiving touchdowns tonight. 1 receiving touchdown, that went to Case Kolda. On the rushing side of things, Landon Bame rushed for 4 touchdowns tonight, up over 150 yards. So some pretty big stat lines for some of the players out there for Stanley County tonight. And again, a learning experience for some of the younger players for Gettysburg. Had some difficult plays and some turnover issues, and gave up some big plays. Even had a chance to maybe make some plays and just aren't quite there for some of those. But certainly young enough as a team to make some improvements going forward. So certainly the best of luck to the Battlers and to Coach Kuzer going forward, heading into next season. Just a couple of announcements for you. Just a couple of reminders. Again, if you're looking for Battler volleyball action next week, the Lady Battlers are going to wrap up their home season on Monday night. That's against Cheyenne Eagle Butte, with the first match starting at 6:30. And also congratulations to the cross-country qualifiers, Cashton Roush, Tegan Arpan for the boys, the girls, Paige Allmeyer, Peyton Allmeyer, Rowan Brown, and J.C. Stevens. We wish them luck as they head off to the state cross-country meet in Huron next weekend. And it is that time of year. We're winding up the football seasons, volleyball seasons, getting down there, cross-country state meet next week, as we are getting in halfway through October now. So certainly best of luck to those athletes, and again to the football team. Difficult season for the boys, but they certainly played hard tonight. Chase Furley in particular made some really nice plays on special teams, punt returns, kickoff returns, and just ran hard. I mean, he was a difficult guy to tackle out there. He really made them earn it every single time. So again, Mike Hobart with you tonight, filling in for Warren LeBeau. Warren, I thank you for the opportunity to come fill in. I enjoy doing this, and hope you enjoyed listening to the broadcast tonight as we wrap up another contest here for the Battlers as we head through the end of the fall season, heading into the winter season. So again, thank you, Warren. Safe travels as you make your way back from Minneapolis, and Sir Paul McCartney there. Hope you enjoyed it. So with Kylie Saltzman running the computer and the camera, I'm Mike Hobart, and just safe hunting this weekend for everybody. Sign off with you, so good night. We'll have all the final scores from around the state for you once they go final, including